Welcome to the Horror Hangout, a podcast where film fans watch the best and worst horror movies of all time and talk about them. My name is Ben Errington, and today I'm joined by regular co-host Mr.
Andy Conduit Turner. How you doing, Benz?
Benz. Doing very well, thank you, Andy. There's only one of you. Sorry to outnumber you this week. We're joined by a very special returning guest. Ben Scaife is a horror fan, YouTuber, and TikToker, and monkey horror enthusiast. Welcome back to the show, Ben. Hello.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
It's good to be
It's
back.
been a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a good while. So the last time you were on was for Link, right?
Yes.
Ah,
What a great
amazing.
film that is.
I was supposed to tell you that I did stumble across a VHS copy of Dunstan Checks In recently in a retro shop here in Bristol. I didn't purchase it because it was extortionate. I was literally like going, "Excuse me, what is this? Like a rare copy of Dunstan Checks In or something like that?" So yeah, but no, I didn't. But that's a classic, isn't it?
It is. It is. I've not seen that for quite some time. I think. I
Yeah.
think I might add it to my list.
Get it
One of the
added to
horror
your list.
classics of the genre.
Maybe something you can watch in 2027 because I feel like you're absolutely stacked for 2026. You've got no
Far too
wiggle room.
stacked.
Far too stacked. So you've been watching a horror movie every single day so far in
Uh,
2026.
yeah, every day. Yeah, and I'm up for requests as well, which I thought would be a great idea. But there is some tosh out there that people have asked me to do. So I get the odd good film in there, which is great.
Yeah.
Exorcist, stuff like that, brilliant stuff. The Thing, but then I watched Velocipasta recently.
Oh.
Um,
What?
it,
And that wasn't good?
it's all right, but I mean, you're watching stuff like The Thing or
Yeah.
The Exorcist, and then it's the Velocipasta and
Mm.
Yeah. I know what you mean, Ben.
Popeye the
Hate,
Slayer Man.
yeah, I know what you mean, Ben. Hate religious films. Rubbish.
Popeye the Slayer, man. You watched that as well?
I did, yes.
Oh,
That
dude.
is a
So
film.
you're posting your reviews TikTok currently? TikTok and YouTube you've been posting, haven't you?
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of them really. I think it's even reels on Facebook. All of
Yeah.
the things that I'm too old to use.
You don't
Yes.
want anyone to miss out on a single day. What has been the best day of 2026 for you? Not, I mean, based on the film you've watched, of course.
Film wise, the first one that I did was In a Violent Nature, and I really enjoyed that.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
couple of years ago, isn't it? But it was the first time I watched it, and I can't get the scenes out of my head. The
Yeah.
the slow motion axe thing that cuts the guy can't get out of my head, so that's probably my favorite. But yeah, that one it just
Yeah.
sticks with me.
It is one that sticks with you, isn't it? And I guess you enjoyed the yoga kill.
Yeah, that was quite good. Yeah, and the thing is, I'd heard a lot more about that than I had the other ones. But
Yeah.
yeah, that one was the one that got me. The slow motion. It just goes on for so long, and it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah. It is good in a violent. I feel like after I watched it, I was a bit underwhelmed, but I think over time, it's kind of one that I kind of return to because I keep seeing clips of it everywhere, and obviously clips of the kills, and I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I think it's the perfect clippable film, right? Because if you have one complaint about it, it's that the connective tissue, by nature of the fact it stays with your killer who doesn't speak, the story is kind of incidental, but it clips incredibly, incredibly well.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely, yeah. But I say that's one that stuck with me the most.
Mm.
Um, and other than that, it's just good to be watching films that I haven't seen for a while as well. I did Strange Darling the other day. Great
Oh,
film,
nice.
excellent
I
film.
really
That,
liked Strange Darling. It was really good.
So are you going
yeah.
for classics, new releases, or are you kind of just mixing it up as much as possible?
Any
Do you sometimes start a day and not know what film you're going to watch that day?
Pretty much, yeah. Depends what time I finish work and get back. I've got a list of like people who've recommended stuff, and I'm working my way through that. What did I watch? I was stuck for time, so I watched Werewolf by Night, which is kind of horror. It's Marvel horror, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah,
So
I mean that's a good
and
that
little
counts.
that's a good little cheat. Like I've never done a challenge as ambitious as yours, Ben. I've done a couple of 31 days of Halloween in October, and when you get a busy day, hop on a short.
Yeah, you can
yeah,
hop on a short. Is that kind of cheating? No, I think that's all right. Isn't it?
No, I think that's an approved life hacks is what the
I
kids
feel
call
like
it.
if it's loggable on Letterboxd, you're kind of okay. I
Yeah.
feel like if it's not loggable, you'll be like, well, does that really count? Does it exist if it's not on Letterboxd?
Well,
Probably.
exactly
I've
that.
been trying to go a bit hardcore with February. I didn't do so much in January, but February I've been trying to watch as much as possible. And yes, I've been bulking it out with shorts as well. So would you say what has the worst day of the year been for you, Ben? Was it Velocipaster?
Oh no, because I think that's got a bit of a cult status, and you know that it's taking the piss out of itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
The worst one was I'll give you the title, see if you can guess what it's about. It's
Okay.
called Killer Whale.
Oh wait, Killer Whale. That's a new one, right?
That's a new one, yeah.
I
Yeah, so I was round at my friend's house. I think it was like last Wednesday or Thursday after work,
yeah.
and he had it, put it on, and I thought it was going to be like The Fall. I think it's the same girl from The Fall,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
it was
Yeah.
just very, very shoddily done. Very, oh no, not for me. And I think it was a missed mark. I think it could definitely be a lot better than
And it
that.
was nothing like, say, The Shallows or anything like that.
No, I thought it would be more like that as well. But there's no tension in it. No, nothing. Right, and it's just a shame, really, because it looked really good, and I'd seen it, like the build up to it and everything.
Yeah,
But,
we were excited about that. We talked about it
yeah,
in the news. It's a shame, but
I was excited about it, but
doesn't
then I
mean I'm not
wasn't.
going to suffer through it. If I can trade you back, then maybe something that will turn that around. If you haven't seen it yet, I know we've talked about it on the podcast, but Beast of War is probably my favorite, like animal attack film. Present company
Beast of War.
accepted. For a
Beast
little
of War.
while, I really enjoyed
It's
Beast of
on
War.
Shudder as well now. It's on
Is it
something. It's on. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on Shudder. I'll
awesome?
give you my recommendation for the week then, Ben. Of course, I was going to save this for what we've been watching, but currently on Shudder is a film called Pin. I don't know if you've seen it. 1988, directed by Sandor Stern. It's kind of like a creepy puppet movie, but I think it's got a lot more going on with it than that. The puppet in question is like one of those medical dummies that has got like muscle and skin and all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
It looks super creepy, but it kind of feels like I guess it feels a bit X-Filesy. I think because it feels really 90s, even though it was made in 1988. The soundtrack, this weird sort of like quiet suburbia, this weird like central mystery, and Terry O'Quinn is in it as well, from Lost. I'd
Mr.
heard of
Locke
it.
himself.
I'd heard of it, but I'd never seen it. And yeah, John Locke, isn't it? Very
And of course, you know
creepy.
who else he is? He's stepdad.
He's Blake's stepdad, yeah, of course. But this film, it's one of those films, you know, when you go, how did this get made? How has someone pitched this film and this has been made? Because it's so weird. And Pin is short for Pinocchio, because I was thinking, what's Pin all about?
Oh,
But yeah, check that one out if you need any. I'm sure you don't need any more ideas for. Well, you got the whole rest of the bloody year to go.
you guys aren't trying to set me up, are you? So
No, never.
Would never
No,
do that.
genuinely, I really did like Beast of War. Only narrowly missed making my top 10 of the year.
There we go.
oh wow,
Two solid recommendations for you there, Ben. But of course, today we're talking about some chimp based horror, ape based horror. Have you seen any monkey based horror since the last time we spoke? I guess The Monkey. I guess you would
yeah,
have
the
seen that.
monkey. Yeah, I watched that. I've seen that last year. That was one of my top ones for last year. But I watched
Yeah.
that again in my list. Great film.
Oh, you've watched it this year as well?
Yeah, I watched it this year a few weeks back. I can't
Oh,
remember which
wow,
day
okay.
it was.
How
But
did it hold up on a second watch? 'Cause I've only actually seen it just the once.
as good, I think. I think it's lost. It loses a little bit, maybe, but it's the comedy that's in it, and you know exactly what it is. It's one of my favorite King ones. I think it was
Yeah.
done so well, and the tiny little things I like about it. The fact that they wanted a clapping monkey, didn't they? But they couldn't have it because the rights were bought out because Stephen King had made it so popular that they bought it out for Toy Story. So
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
the
Toy
joint
Story. Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
That is crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my god.
So a
But
book based on the original thing that made it popular can't use its motif because now
Yeah.
it's been trademarked by another company who was inspired by that book.
yeah,
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
that is pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Have we seen any other monkey-based horror recently, Andy?
I don't think we've seen any. I don't think we've. we've been unfortunately in an ape-based horror drought
Yeah,
since.
I guess we had Gordy in Nope, didn't we? But that was a couple of years ago
Oh
now as well,
yeah,
wasn't it?
oh Gordy.
I felt like we could have had a film based on just that scene, right? I feel like that was it wasn't inconsequential to the rest of the film, but I feel like we could have easily had a movie based on that. It's a really good, interesting premise, you know. Ape goes crazy during a talk show. It was a
It's like
talk
a
show.
sitcom, isn't it?
Sitcom, you're right, you're right. It is a sitcom, yeah. That's a great pitch for a film, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, had you been looking forward to Primate, Ben, since you saw this advertised?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's been on my radar for a bit
Yeah.
because it's monkey based and it's
Strictly
just
because it's
something
monkey
about
based.
them.
Monkey based, but also practical effects, right? I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's what
definitely. Yeah,
there are definitely a few CGI shots, aren't there? There's a few like facial reactions. I kind of preferred that. I felt like that made a little bit more sense. Him emoting was a little bit better.
I get,
Um,
I get it, and also you can't really pull a teenager's jaw off in real life. They've got unions for that now.
it's when bloody
Bloody
PC gone
snowflakes.
mad. Bloody snowflakes can't pull off anyone's jaw. But yeah, were you more excited for it because his name was Ben as well? I guess you were.
well, I didn't even know that to start off with. It's not something that I was aware of, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's not called Ben because how are you going to do the name game with the film's just called Ben? You know, it's hard enough going from four letters from Link down to 3 letters to Ben. It's like
Instead of, I'll do one for you right now because we've not got the name game lined up. In this film, which has been named after the monkey Ben instead of the title that it is, Primate, not only is the killer ape deranged and going on a rampage, he's only going out with Barbie.
It's Billy Ken.
Ken, very good.
Yeah. We've not. I'll tell you what. Name game's taken a bit of a whack. We've not done it much at all lately. We've been doing other forms of trivia.
I think
feel
we
like-
achieved all the rhymes in the world.
Yeah, I think
Ben.
we got to a point where we were just we're doing the same rhymes over and over again, and I was like, I'm sick of the sound of my voice. To be fair,
There were a lot of films that ended with dead or something like that on the bounce. We're like, we'll get back to it.
We will get back to it, but we tend to do other types of trivia, which is just as fun,
Got
and
something different for you
specific to the
today.
film as well. Oh, looking forward to it. Okay, so and of course, as we mentioned a couple of times already, the last couple of weeks, Andy did interview the director of today's film, Primate, Johannes Roberts. He was talking about the movie, how it came to pass, all the stuff to do with the practical effects, the suit, the actor Miguel, who's in it. And it's a really fascinating, really good interview. So go and check that out on the feed. It was a couple of weeks ago now, wasn't it?
A couple of weeks back now, and we talk about the true horrors. Johannes, like us, grew up in the UK, so we share a couple of timely inspirations that give us horror. You know some of them well, Ben's quicksand,
Oh, yes,
deranged
Quicksand.
animals, and the natural anxiety that comes to a British child of the 80s and 90s. The music of 999.
Oh God, yeah, 999. Casualty used to freak me out. First
Yeah.
scene in Casualty, you knew something bad was going to happen. The scariest thing, there was a scene in Casualty where someone just like turned the kettle on or click the button at the wall. House blew up. I thought about that every time I pressed a button in my house for probably 10 years.
Yeah, and it's always like starts off so innocuous. Now you're meant to be resting. Don't go going up on this step ladder and painting the walls. Listen, I'm gonna get on with what I want, or I promise I won't. Second they're gone up on that step ladder,
Oh my God.
fall down the stairs and like impaled on a big shard of glass or something awful.
Quicksand and rabies was the big two growing up, though. Wasn't it? I guess quicksand was how's that sign that says quicksand in the quicksand? Why is that not sunk?
That
Excuse
stick
me.
goes to the center of the earth, Ben.
But rabies, what you could do is be like this film. It's come back and it says you got rabies. Well, there's no rabies on Hawaii / the UK, so maybe I'm mistaken then. Me, the scientist.
Better not be cautious.
Better not be cautious. Although he does have the best heroic moment, that character.
Yeah. Well, don't
so-
worry. My teenage daughter and friends are looking after him. They'll be perfectly equipped
Mm,
to deal with a deranged ape when I don't warn them about.
yeah, they'll be all right. It's fine. I'm signing this book. Okay, so before we get into Primate and we get into the main body of the episode, let's talk a little bit about horror news. There's a few stories this week that I've noticed, so feel free to add to them, Andy. If you like, did you know there's a new House of the Dead adaptation on its way, directed by
I'd
Paul
heard
W.
as
S.
much,
Anderson?
Ben, but do tell me more.
I did know that. But Isabel Merced has been cast in it. She is obviously in The Last of Us. She's an alien Romulus. I'm assuming she's the lead. But we got Paul W.S. Anderson, Resident Evil, Event Horizon fame. Hang on a minute. Is he exclusively zombie themed video game adaptate? Like he's ran out of time. Sorry, he's ran out of Resident Evil games to adapt. Although he hasn't really ran out of games, but I guess he's ran out of steam.
You
And
run out of
now he's
characters and like incidents and like hints and allegations. He's done all of them
And now
now.
he's moved on to House of the Dead. I feel like this is. How do you feel about this? 'Cause obviously, the first one, and there were a couple, weren't they, from like Uwe Boll and a couple more. I know we covered that first
Yes,
one
we've
on the show,
covered
didn't we?
both. No, did you do a double bill or did you just do
I
House of
think
the Dead and then mention
I think we did
House of
House
the
of the
Dead?
Dead, and I happened to watch House of the Dead 2 potentially, and just mentioned it. Yeah,
I used to look like the. I think the Uwe Boll House of the Dead films missed a trick that they didn't lean into how silly it was. They could have had some more over the top stuff. They could have gone into a little bit of horror comedy, and we're missing all of the great
no,
arcade
don't come.
lines. Yeah, no, don't come. And how could anybody do this?
I was a little bit talking about things you were kind of scared of. I was always a little bit scared of the House of the Dead arcade machines, like when I was a kid.
Big
And I
boys would be on it.
Not
Dangerous.
just well, I don't know. It was just a bit scary, wasn't it? Like especially the third one because it was like shotguns, and I was like, oh Jesus, that's a bit scary. I don't know if I can hold it up. I'm not the T1000. Ben, did you play House of the Dead games at all? Any of them in the
I
arcade
I
or on
played the
console?
first one when it came out, but like Andy's right, it's big boy games. That's what they were. But
Yeah.
I think those kind of things still hold up. I went to an arcade with my daughter and we played some sit down in a car zombie shooting thing like that, and she was like, "No, I don't like this, Dad. It's too scary for me."
It's too
But she'll watch
scary.
horror films. Yeah, it's too because she's involved in it. She's something's going on with it.
How old is she as well?
13. So,
13. Okay, so that's like the
but
crossover between when things are actually scary and when right, you think that's scary, do you? Watch this. Ah!
oh, she'll watch anything though. She's a bit like that. I think she's seen the Alien films,
Yeah,
Friday the 13th, Halloween, that, but she understands that that's a person in a suit. Whereas
yeah,
playing a game, it's like, oh, I've got some input to this or
They're
whatever.
trying to get me. Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
love a bit of House of
exactly.
the
Yeah.
Dead. We played it a lot, and it was the early ones were out at a time when they used to have free play down at the arcade that we used to go to. You pay to get in, then all the games are on just
oh
infinite
yeah. See, that was
credits.
good. That was
And then
good.
as the later ones came out, lots of my friends had got a job in the bar of the area where it was, so we played a lot of House of the Dead.
Wow, yeah. I'm pretty sure number one, I think I had on PC and I played that a lot. Number two, maybe as well. Number three, I went to later. Do you remember? Obviously, there was was it Typing of the
Typing
Dead?
of the Dead is I think it was on Dreamcast because they had a keyboard peripheral, but mostly on the PC where you have words of different complexity and you kill the zombies by typing
Yeah.
the word.
And then
Never heard of that.
House of the
But they've
Dead.
released one and two on the Switch now, remastered.
Yeah, both have been remastered now. I've played a bit of the first one remastered. I mean, it is kind of like exactly the same, just looks shinier. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
There's not really much else going on. Do you remember House of the Dead Overkill on PS3 as well? It was a really like stylized grindhouse style
Yeah.
shooter. That was pretty good. I've got that as well, so I wouldn't mind revisiting that. But yeah, this could be interesting. Depends what Paul W.S. Anderson wants to do with it. Hopefully, he won't just go. Isabel Merced is a superhuman, ass-kicking character.
Superhuman Juggernaut. She'll be one of the main characters. G's a guy.
Yeah.
Rachel, I think, is the other one.
Well,
Um,
if he's following suit for Resident Evil, it'd just be a brand new character, brand new female Neo type character.
Brand new character, and then obviously at the end she'll go, "Oh, I'm stepping away now, and I'm going to be replaced by someone with a bit more experience." His wife will turn up, Alice.
Yeah, she will.
You could, I think, of all the things you could get away with Alice just turning up in this.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to question that. No, oh, continuity. Nah, it's fine.
As
Okay,
long as
next.
he doesn't leave it with a great cliffhanger, and then he does number two, and then
Oh
completely
yeah.
ignores that cliffhanger.
Oh, the zoom out when we see
Yeah,
bloody Raccoon City. Oh, so good. And then the nemesis, just her mate. Just her mate.
that's it.
Bloody
And
hell.
she gets in with the old classic, remember who you are. And he goes, actually, yeah, I'm a goodie.
I'm a goodie. I'll be the good boy nemesis from now on. Good boy Nemi. Some more casting news. So Michael Shannon is set to star in The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, reimagining from As Above, So Below filmmakers. It's going to be called Dr. Caligari's Cabinet of Wonders. Interesting. Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon will star in the mind-bending psychological horror film, and it's John Eric Dowdle, who is the director from a script that him and his brother Drew Dowdle wrote, and they both did As Above, So Below. I've heard some As Above, So Below 2 rumors as well. Are they like, have I been drawn in by the fake poster brigade? Because I did see a poster and went, hang on a minute, what's this? And it was from like horror movie flicks fan number 4.
Oh, here's the test, Ben. Is is someone being played by a rapper or otherwise popular celebrity that has nothing to do with films up to this point?
Starring.
And is the female casting the laziest Route One options that you've ever seen?
Yeah, they've gone for Sydney Sweeney and who else? The Weeknd.
Angelina Jolie's in it.
Angelina Jolie's in it. She needs a big break. But this sounds interesting. I don't know about you guys. This sounds pretty cool. I like Michael Shannon's like. I think has he done some horror? Obviously, he's done some genre films before, hasn't he? But I feel like he's got a very good face for horror. He's,
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I know he's in a Shape of Water, isn't he? But obviously, that's a bad guy character, but not
I've
that's a
never
horror.
thought of it before, but as soon as you said that he's in the cabinet of Dr. Caligari, he's got a very Caligari face about him, I think.
An
Do a
He
incredible
big
has,
face.
stern
hasn't
frown.
he?
Yeah, and you could have a different Zod background if you want, Ben. If you're discussing that film, you can have a
Exactly.
tiny little fringe version of Zod. No, don't bloody use your heat vision on those innocent civilians or break your neck.
He did. Zod has the like a lot of my school friends had that haircut in the late 90s. Just like fairly short boy's head, gelled
Yeah, yeah,
directly
yeah.
forward.
What has he got a soul? In my head, he's got a soul patch, but that ain't right, is it? Is it some sort of
No,
some
I think
sort of
he has.
goatee?
Like I feel like he's got like Marcus Phoenix's face from Gears of War
Yeah.
and a 90s teenager boy in the UK haircut.
Yeah. This sounds interesting though. This sounds like the kind of remake slash reimagining that I'm down for. A film from what 1920 something? Is that was that when
Yeah,
it
it's
was?
over 100 years old at this point.
Over
Yeah.
100 years old. Do you know what I mean? No one's going. Don't remake that. Leave it alone. It's perfect the way it is. That I think those sort of films is perfectly fine for us to have like a new version of that.
Reimagine. If you left it long enough.
Yeah, don't leave it any longer, for God's sake. Yeah, so that's another piece of casting news. And the final piece of news, there's a trailer for a movie called Crazy Old Lady, where a senile woman goes toe to toe. It says she does a misery. I don't know what that means. Is that dirty
It's a
protest?
misery.
Directed by J.A. Bayona. No, sorry, produced by J.A. Bayona. He did one of the most recent Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and The Orphanage. Spanish language horror film. It's premiering February 27th on Shudder, same day as bloody Resident Evil Requiem. I'll be otherwise engaged. Sorry. Pedro gets a frantic plea from an ex-girlfriend to care for his senile mother, Alicia. What begins as a small favor quickly spirals into a living nightmare when Alicia refuses to let him go. Let him go? That's the whole scene. She's just her hugging him. Oh, I love you.
This is getting awkward, please.
Hagsploitation movie. Do we need this? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
this
It's
looks
it's a
good.
new one. Get us out. Hags are in now, Ben, since weapons.
Yeah. The poster looks great as well. The poster looks like a sort of like a classic paperback.
Okay.
With like a crazy old lady with what looks like an electric like meat. What are they called, those things that cut meat?
Oh, those things for carving the Sunday roast with.
Yeah, she's got one of them. She's covered in blood, of course, and her face has been scratched out. Oh dear, crazy old lady. I
Yeah.
don't think she
We
starts
used
as
to
a
have the
crazy.
exact same meat knife.
Has it
Exact
gone?
same one.
Has it gone missing? You said you used to have it.
Well,
The crazy old lady's
God.
got it. It premiered at Fantastic Fest last year, and wait, who's it directed by? Because it says it won Best Director, but I haven't read that out. Oh wait, no, it's Martin McGuire. No, Maragui is his directorial debut, so
Oh,
it's a
nice.
screenwriter
Well,
as well.
good on him.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting.
yeah, definitely. I'm
Does
definitely
look
up
good,
for that.
that.
I want
I
to
think
so
anything with an old scary lady and
yeah,
gets me instantly.
yeah.
Always
And then at
reminds
the
me of
end, she pulls the
what
mask
was
off and she's
the
Mia Goth. Ah, it's not really. I'm in my 20s.
It was me a
Deborah
goth all
Logan.
along.
That's the one that always gets me.
Deborah Logan.
Oh
Oh
God, yeah.
God,
What would eating the kid's head? Oh
yeah,
no,
there's no need for it. Is there?
unpleasant. I think in the new film Whistle, which is out on Friday in the
The Flow
UK,
Rider film.
there's some there's some sort of old lady thing going on. In the trailer, I watched it. There's like it looks like an old lady on all fours, and then like an old lady being scary. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, hagsploitation is in. I don't think it's ever been out, but it's in. I guess that, and I always think of Drag Me to Hell when I think of films like that.
Yeah.
The old vomiting a load of muck into someone's face.
Gum in your chin.
Gum in your chin, that's it. Yeah, I was trying to put the right words together then for gum in your chin. Gum in your bloody chin.
That was one of the ones I watched this year as well.
Oh,
Drag
it
Me to
was.
Hell. Yeah, yeah.
You're eating
I
good.
think I think my Justin Long count is on 3. I can't remember,
I mean,
but
if
I'm
He's
going
it,
to
going to be
tally at the
shooting
end of
up.
the year, see what I'm up to.
it's definitely
Yeah.
going to go even higher than that if Justin Long's involved. He's in bloody everything, isn't he? I mean, that's all I got for news. Don't know if you've got anything at all, Andy, in
No,
terms of releases or anything like that.
I think I got ahead of the game with all of the release window things we were chatting about
Yeah.
when we were together last week. But I'll keep the radar up, Ben. I'll see what's coming down the pipe.
Yep, we'll
Nothing new
update
today.
everybody. Of course, keep up to speed with our Instagram because that's probably the platform we post on the most. So we're always posting things about new releases on there. So go and check that out. Okay, let's talk about what we've been watching. I feel like this is a dangerous game. Now we've got no, we've got Ben Scaife
Yeah.
involved. What we've been watching? Anything you watched in the last 7 days you wanted to recommend? I know you've mentioned a few things already, Ben, but was there anything else potentially recently that has been like I don't know a nice surprise that you've seen?
What have I watched in the past since 7 days? Um, The Ugly Stepsister. So I watched that. I think you guys have talked about that before.
Yeah, we only
Yeah,
caught at the very end of the year. What did you make of it?
I really enjoyed it, and I didn't know anything about it either. My wife's been watching Bridgerton and all that, so I thought I'd slide this in there. I've got all that sort of stuff in my mind anyway, but I never knew what it was a take on or anything like that. But really, really enjoyed it, yeah. And some shocking bits as well you don't quite expect.
No, definitely.
But,
It's getting
yeah,
obviously a
cool.
lot of love, getting a lot of awards love, hair and makeup Oscar nomination as well, which is pretty exciting.
Wow.
I kind of love the title treatment and all that pink and all the sort of lovely script font and stuff like that. It's bloody delightful. I'm all over it.
It is, yeah. Great
Yeah.
film.
And they made it really accessible as well. So on Shudder you can watch it in original language version, or if subtitles aren't your thing, don't worry about it. No judgment
Yeah.
here. Dubs available, just on
Dubs
platform.
involved. That is interesting. So when you mentioned your wife, Ben, does she watch the films with you? All the horror
She
movies?
won't watch anything. No, she's the only film that she's liked that she's ever watched is The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I've never seen.
Courtroom
So
drama.
she said, "Let's watch that together." And I keep having to push it back because she's like, "No, I'm not ready to watch it. I'm not ready to watch it." I know she won't watch anything. She won't even let me have A Nightmare on Elm Street on in the house because that's the film that used to give her scares back in the old days. So
she's worried that Freddy's gonna get his claws into her from within, even if he's in it played in another room.
She's going to be in Ben Scaife's wife's new nightmare. If he gets in, he'll get into the real life dimension.
Oh my God!
That's how he gets you.
Anything else we can just chuck on? Any other film that's all fine to pop on, but just not that one.
Oh, okay. But so any other horror films, all right?
Yeah, but she won't watch it.
No,
she'll just like to. She'll give me a thumbs up on Instagram or something like that. She'll go, "Well done."
I will support your efforts, but I will not join you in it physically.
Yes.
So this week's been more of an exercise in what Ben's wife hasn't been watching.
Andy, anything you've seen this week?
Um, just the one for me, Ben, because one we recorded a little late last week, and it was been a busy weekend. But I did catch up on the R.I.P. Man, or R.I.P. Man, as I like to call him.
Yeah.
Um, Made by a number of folks that we've met. I obviously spoke to the R.I.P. man himself, Owen, a few months back when they were still in production. I've got an interview that's going to go up presently with one of the stars of the film, Jasmine Keane. I had a lovely chat with her, not only in front of the camera in the R.I.P. man, but also producer, writer, director, hopefully in the future in training as well. She had a load of interesting things to say. We'll have to get on for an episode one day because she has some horror hot takes and some favorites that we haven't covered
Oh,
in
lovely.
the past. Originally from Norway as well, so might have to get her to give us a Norwegian horror recommendation to bring along.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Lovely chat, and then the film itself. Let's because you've seen the R.I.P. Man as well, Ben.
Mm,
Some of our former other guests and interviewees have been are in it in cameo appearances as well. We saw
yeah.
David in the
Oh,
background.
yeah, we did see David in the background. Well, we didn't actually notice that David Gelmini in the background until it came up on the credits and said he was in there, and we had to go backwards and go, there he
I
bloody
scrolled
is.
back to watch him.
I
Yeah.
definitely didn't notice.
Um, I love to see films like this coming out. I think it wears what it is on its sleeve. It is a wave of indie horror productions, this case, a British indie horror production, which the very fact is that now that you can, in a world without big studios, essentially, thanks to, it has its negative sides, but the positive side of streaming is it is now available for people to get their film, an independent project film, made, crowdfunded, and out available for people to watch. And I love to see it happening
Mm,
and coming together. They have some limitations with their budgets, but I think they try to work creatively around those things. And there are some fun little moments in there, and I will always turn up for someone inventing a new slasher character.
yeah, a new slasher character with uh,
An
oh,
interesting take.
an interest. I was gonna say a tooth disease. Is that pretty much it?
He's
That is
got
it, isn't it?
Odontia, I think it's
Yeah,
called. So basically, he was born without any teeth, like the character, but possibly not the actor from Stranger Things.
he was born without any teeth. That's everyone, isn't it?
It took ages for his teeth to come out, or in this case,
All
teeth
right, okay.
never appear.
This baby's got no teeth or hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Babies have hair.
give me a chance. Some babies have hair, some don't.
Um, but yeah, like an interesting film. Like, if you want to, you're not going to see the effects work that you see in the film we talk about for the week, but you want to support independent film. I think you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Any other additions you would take on that, Ben? We did comment on the fact that there is a very harrowing scene in the film when someone writes their phone number. Bit of a flirtatious meet cute, Ben. But you know what? She writes it in a library book. Fucking hell.
That's out
Sometimes
of
there's a,
order.
sometimes there's a line, right? You
Public
drill,
services are being dwindled in front of our very eyes.
yeah. People, you can drill into people's faces to get their teeth out as part of your revenge as much as you want, but don't go drawing in library books, everybody.
No,
One, data protection. Anyone who rents that book out is going to have your phone number. It's a
that's
GDPR
true.
nightmare.
It's the same. It's don't even write it in a toilet stall anymore because anyone can
Another
call
way
you
to
now.
get bloody junk phone calls all day long.
Yeah, there was also a really extended scene of somebody ordering a beer like in real time, like the awkward moment before you ask for the drink, the moment they go to get it, and then the moment you get your change back. And I was a bit like, is this necessary? But maybe it is. Maybe it adds to the vibe, the real world gritty vibe of it. And then he goes on the fruity for 10 minutes, and we have to watch that as well.
There is a lovely bit that reminds me of being at college, the foyer of every college ever, and then like the bit when a lady who I assume works at the college bollocks people for not being in class when there's a fight.
Yeah,
You lot should be
yeah,
studying,
yeah.
mate.
I tell you what, it did make me. It was realistic in that manner that it did make me feel like this is a British college, even though it's been a
Yeah.
few years since I've been
And
to college.
like touches of the giallo about it, right, Ben? There's a detective character who is off investigating the crime, played by Jamie, the director. Well, the junior detective, not the DI,
Oh, I
the
see. I've got you.
sergeant.
Played by Jamie. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
But yeah, my interview with Jasmine will be up very
Yes,
soon.
very soon up this week. So I watched Sam Raimi's Send Help. This is a film that obviously lots of people have been seeing and rave reviews about it. I managed to see it last night and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It's not, I mean, it's definitely got a lot of those Sam Raimi isms in it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a straight up horror. It's sort of like a survival thriller comedy, I guess you could
Okay.
say. But it was over the top. It was grotesque in places. It was absurd in other places. Rachel McAdams is so good. She's got such a nuanced, like multifaceted performance, and I was kind of just like locked in from the word go. It's kind of like a lot about taking back the power, I guess, especially when you're in a job where you feel sort of like belittled or you're a bit you're in the corporate world and perhaps the hierarchy of people doesn't suit your personality
Does
type.
someone play the perfect corporate horror game Ben? Does someone take credit for some work that she did?
That's exactly something does happen like that. Yes, it does. And it does make you fuming. It makes you very angry. um
Is it a guy in a shiny suit that does it?
how do you know this? It's a guy like with
Up
braces and his
there.
shirt done up to the limit, his hair
Oh,
slicked back
I
onto his
bet
head.
it bloody was. Who's the real villain? Is it the
Yeah,
person that miseries someone on an island, or is it the businessman in his suit and tie?
exactly, but he
It's
gets
not the same guy from Drag Me to Hell, is it? That does
Who?
oh
that's
god.
a Sam Raimi kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it is a bit of a Sam Raimi trope, I think, where he likes to introduce douchebag characters, but then I feel like they do get their comeuppance quite quickly.
Mhm.
So what I kind of didn't expect about this film is it's got like sort of like classic adventure movie vibes. There was just like everything from like each scene ending, it kind of like faded to black. The soundtrack was really sort of like, you know what I mean? Like what am I thinking? What kind of things am I thinking of? Like Treasure Island and all
I'm
these
all
like
thinking the Pirates of the Caribbean
yeah,
music
yeah, yeah. I
now.
mean, pretty much that. But also like they add this really tightly wound suspense to it in the middle, and it is a bit like Misery. It is a bit like Castaway. Um, but there are a couple of moments which are like super Sam Raimi moments, which are great, which really add to it. And yeah, I thought it was great.
Would you
It
go
was
so far as
great.
to say that Sam Raimi is back, Ben, or would you say he never left?
I
Or a
mean,
third
what
thing?
was his last film? Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange too, yeah?
Yeah, I mean that was all right, wasn't it? Doctor Strange.
I
Um,
think it was all right, but it was also piggybacking off the entity that like Marvel was at that point.
yeah,
It doesn't matter how good you were, you weren't going to be as good as the
and
things
part of me
before. So
feels like they probably they probably got a lot of input, haven't they, Marvel at the time? I feel like with Spider-Man, he was given a lot more free reign because it was quite early doors in terms of
And that's why
superhero
there's that
films.
one scene in Spider-Man 2 which is up from a horror film where he
Which we
murders all those lads in the operating theater.
oh god, yeah. Oh my
great
god, I was
scene
going,
that.
what are you on about? Yeah, of course. There I feel like there's a slight nod to Spider-Man in this film as well. I'll let you watch it.
Tobey Maguire turn up, save him
It's
at the
nothing
end.
crazy. Toby Maguire turns up. Yeah. But yeah, check it out if you get the
No, I'm
chance.
looking forward to seeing it. I think it's
It's
one of
in
the films I was.
cinemas. It's in cinemas now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's definitely on my list. That.
that's pretty much it for me this week.
Apart from, of course, there's one more film we've all seen.
Yes, indeed. We've all seen the film of the week, and that is Primate. Now, Andy, you saw it a little bit sooner than us. You saw a special screen on the 19th of, was it January
I did
in Glasgow?
like it feels pretty rough. Yeah, I went to like it feels. I had a lovely day. Thank you to Shelley and all the rest of the team that sorted me out get my name on the list to go and see that in Glasgow, and also set up our discussion with Johannes as well. It was great, but my only downside to that is that now we are pushing a month since I saw this film, so I'm going to rely on your
Yeah,
more recent recall because it's not available on home video
we
cassette
got your
yet. So
back.
I've just got my memories from all that time ago.
Funny you should say that. I think it is very soon available on digital. I feel like it was posted just today that it was going to be out this week at some point. I'm not entirely sure when. I might need to just double check. But yeah, if you do like the sound of this film, I mean, go and watch the film before you listen to us, of course, because we're going to spoil absolutely everything. So Primate, a 2025 American horror film directed by Johannes Roberts. It stars Johnny Sequoyah, Jessica Alexander, Victoria Wyant, Gia Hunter, Troy Kotsur. In the film, a tropical vacation goes wrong when Ben, an adopted chimpanzee, is bitten by a rabid animal and suddenly becomes violent. It's not really a vacation, is it? That's where they live. They
Yeah,
live.
she lives there. She's going home, I guess, during her
Yeah.
summer vacation.
I'm on vacation. What, you're in your house? Yeah, yeah, it's fine, isn't it? It's like when people go, I'm babysitting tonight, and I go, what, your own kids? That don't That's not babysitting. That don't count. They belong to you.
I've just looked, so it's February the 10th, video on demand. That's what it's saying.
Oh, okay.
So
So
pretty
is-
soon.
tomorrow.
Yeah, which is soon, yeah.
That is tomorrow. So check it out. We'll by the time this episode is up, it will already be available to watch on digital. So
Is that everywhere, Ben, or is that just like US or things? I know it came out
Don't know.
earlier.
I just had a quick look. It just
Honestly,
says video demand.
hopefully
February the
everywhere.
10th. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
But yeah, so let's have a little bit of some more detail on the film. So currently we've got IMDb 6.2 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes 79% critic score, 71% audience score. Letterboxd 2.6 out of 5. That seems quite low compared to those other
Yeah.
scores then. Some choice reviews from Letterboxd. Show says stressful as hell but totally worth it, 4.5 stars. Jonathan Fuji says 2026 and motherfuckers still have chimpanzees as pets. Come on, man. 2.5 stars. It's not just a pet for a laugh though. Like the reason the chimpanzee exists,
The science.
it was being used in scientific research, not in a mean way. They're not shampooing him. Cobb says this shit is fucking bananas. 4 stars. I
Very
agree
good.
with
Is that from Gwen Stefani? Is that?
Gwen Stefani. Yeah, we don't need to mention her name. That's fine. Justin La Liberty says, feels like the genuine. This is a good review. Feels like the genuine return of the no bullshit studio exploitation movie, almost a relic of the 90s. This is basically Deep Blue Sea with a chimp. 3.5 stars. I feel like I agree with that. I feel like it does feel like that. It feels like it's just balls to the wall, chimp balls to the wall, no nonsense, horrible gore. It doesn't really care about, anything. It just goes, this is a horrible, here's a horrible story. Is everyone getting
Here's a
done
horrible
in?
thing that happened to some kids. Okay.
Yeah. I do you know what? I had a dream about this as well. Like I feel like it wasn't like a plot hole, but it was like my brain going, what if this happened as well in the film? I'll tell you a little bit about it in a bit. Because there's maybe one slight thing that didn't quite hit the mark for me. So we'll discuss that when we get into it. So yeah, is this one of the scariest? Is it the most violent chimp in the cinema history? It's got to be,
He's
right?
got to be up there, right? He's a very naughty chimp. Not naughty as poorly, but he does some
Oh, you
pretty
do
wrong
feel a bit
stuff.
sorry for him as well, don't you? Like when he was pointing at his little where he'd been bitten.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's what's so good about it. You do feel sorry for him. He's a member of the family, isn't he? And it's not just going mental. It's like a guy who's got something wrong. There's like spots where he knows that there's something wrong.
Yeah. Do you feel like we spent enough time with him prior to this happening so we could understand his place in the family? I feel like it was very minimal.
I agree. That's one of my niggles with it is that you don't get to see that character as much. And I think the start of the film where it shows you, like what's going to happen 24 hours later or 40 hours later or whatever.
Oh yeah, they Boy Meets Worlds it at the start, don't they?
Yeah, I think there's no need for that, but we kind of live in a generation now where people are going to be watching things well on the smartphone, so they need to get drawn in straight away. Oh, something horrible, brilliant. Because if they do character development,
it kind of repeated it, didn't it? That scene, not the whole scene, but like we had it from a slightly different angle.
Yeah, we kind of get it introduced again, just so you see enough of it to go, oh yeah, this is what happened.
What was kind of strange as well that we didn't see the moment when Ben got bitten, because I feel like that is something that happens all the time in a film like this. We see Cujo when he was in that hole, and it was the bats, wasn't it, that came out and bit him at that point. We saw that happen. I don't know. It does feel a little bit like we were dropped in like in the middle of something. And I guess that was probably kind of the point. But sometimes it is nice to sort of establish the character and the story from the word go, because we don't really spend any time with Ben when he has.
That's the prequel. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's the prequel.
Mongoose.
That's the one that's just called Ben. Ben before he was
Boy was famous.
Primate, yeah.
Before he's the bloody primate, wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what would you have liked, guys? Would it have done it for you though if there'd been like a good boy-esque little montage of him being a nice little friend in the family, letting him to do his
he?
sign in?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, you get like the photo of like little baby Ben, don't you? And there's a couple of other photos around the house and a little bit of backstory with the dad and the mum and everything like that.
Yeah, because the mum is deceased before the film begins, right? And she was a like a scientist of linguistics, and it's her research that brought Ben to them and taught him how to use sign language on an iPad, right?
Yeah. Yeah, big old iPad as well. Big old rope bound iPad. You could use that as that is like that is an iPad kid who is got a real problem. Let's wrap some
And
rope around the iPad so we can sling it around.
an iPad kid with such an issue with attention that you cannot trust them not to just let go of the iPad that they're holding.
Yeah.
That is the 2020's equivalent of sewing your mittens to your jacket.
I did like his little outfit as well, his little t-shirt, but I did part of me wanted him to like, I don't know, rip it off at some point and go, right, that's it. I
Like Hulk Hogan, cancelled.
abandon Hulk Hogan. Abandon all hope, ye who had just rip it off and go, fuck it. I'm not a human anymore. I'm an ape.
Oh, I would have liked him to do more costume changes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a few more costume changes. I,
More
I know we're
articulate.
starting off with kind of things we wanted to change, but I will go on record as saying that I had such a
Yeah,
good time
this
with
is
this
great.
film. I had such a good time with it. It was brutal. Do you feel the same, Ben?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and it was just like 90 minutes of just joy, wasn't it? It was everything you needed, but there could be a 1 hour 50-minute version out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
whether it would have the same impact or not, whether it'd be that adrenaline fueled all the way, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm going to
Uh,
go out there and also add, like, not only did I love it, now maybe this says a little bit about the competition that it's had so far this year, but for us, I'm going to go by UK release date. This will be a 2026 film,
mm,
even though we did, because I saw it in 2026 and it's on the borderline. So it will be eligible for my 2026 film of the year. I'm not going to keep everyone updated all year, everybody, but right now it's the high bar.
yeah. I think January is obviously January is usually a month where you struggle a little bit for new releases, don't you? But we've had 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I'm assuming you've seen that as well, Ben?
No, I've not seen that one
Oh,
yet.
you
No, I've only just at the start of the year got around to see 28 years later.
Oh, I see.
So
I guess,
yes,
but I guess yeah, the high bar has been set. Like we've had that. Obviously, the new Dracula as well. We got to see in January.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's been a pretty good start to the year for horror fans. Horror fans eating good, and then there's more released. Iron Lung, Send Help, Whistle is out this month as well. Um, so
Um,
yeah, we're
Primates up there.
Primate's definitely up there, and I mean I can't remember the last time. Deep Blue Sea with a chimp is probably a good way of putting it because it's almost like Deep Blue Sea. There have been tons of shark movies that have kind of done one thing or another, or tried to replicate Jaws, and then it just went. Actually, what about if these sharks were bloody
Mega.
brainy? And I guess that's kind of what this has done in a way where, like, obviously we've had some monkeys in horror before, but now it's gone. Imagine that, but horrible,
Worse.
even worse,
Because he
even
can use an
worse.
iPad.
Because it can use an iPad, it can rip your jaw off. What's his obsession with getting his fingers in the mouth and ripping the jaw off?
That's what chimps do, Ben. Do
Is that
you
what they
do you want
do?
some practical tips for surviving a chimp attack?
Have you got some?
Yeah,
Oh yes,
because I've
please.
seen enough programs about people getting absolutely fucked up by chimps. Chimps specifically.
Yeah,
It's a bit like we talked last night about Grizzly Night. You know, if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, you're fucked. But with apes, gorillas, hopeless. You're gonna get
what gorillas
down
just
B Smash Brothers special Donkey Konged to death.
will they just smash you to dust? Is that it?
Yeah, they would just pound you to custard, mate.
Can you
Don't
run?
even
Can you
try and
run?
do
Can you run
anything.
away?
No, what are you gonna do? Like chimps are weak against water. If they were
Yeah,
Pokemons, they'd be rock types because they can't really swim and they don't like water. So there's your safety net. But if
yeah.
you are in a situation, and this is from a story of a family who'd adopted a chimp. They went to see it where it had been, wasn't safe to keep anymore. They went to see the sanctuary, and another chimp escaped and absolutely butchered these people. It was a disturbed ape. The lady survived but got her face eaten off, and the guy was killed. Now, if you find yourself in this situation, you don't want to be people talking about you in the future. When an ape comes to get you, the practical wisdom from the thing I watched is that you need to lie down on the floor flat. You will get some damage to your hands and your feet, and unfortunately, as a man, they will go for your genitals as well. So you can't defend everything.
They
But
rip
what
off your
you need,
genitals like wet toilet paper.
yes.
Oh,
But what you need to do is lie down and try and spread your limbs out a little bit. Try and defend your fingers if you can, because what you cannot afford to happen is that they have an ability to flip you over. Because if they flip you over,
they
you
go to
don't want to be
town on
there.
you. So what?
Making sweet, sweet love.
So,
That's
because
it.
if they flip you over, just wait. You're in for the best 90 seconds of your life when they get their hands on it. So what? Then he's ripping bits off. Is that what they're trying to do? Like just rip
They
face,
will tear
knob?
you to pieces. Yeah.
Did you say
Is,
it
is
was?
this is this what you're putting out there, just so that if you ever do encounter this, you've already told everybody to lie down, which will give you the opportunity to run away. Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
is this your safety net for
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah.
If you
Everyone
ever
lies
encounter-
down and Andy just legs it. That's what's happening.
It's like idiots
Well,
legging it.
obviously, if you've got numbers on your side, then you form into a fist of humans and destroy him. But but
Start
like
kicking it. When you
apart from
so
that, like
you lie down, do you like curl in a bit and then start
you've got
breakdancing?
to, you've got to make sure you can't be flipped then, unless you go
Oh,
like full Sonic
if
and
you're
become like a
breakdancing, you're
perfect
always
ball.
moving, so you won't be
Yeah,
able to get a purchase on you.
Windmilling, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you say it was a disturbed ape as well? Down with
I
the
think
sick,
it was a
down with
disturbed
the
ape.
sickness.
Yeah,
Ooh, coming at you.
that's what monkey. That's the sound they make anyway. How would you know?
I know. That's true. It's a disturbed ape over there. He's dressed like, what's his name? Draymond. Daniel David Draymond.
He's
He's
doing a
got a little
passable.
beard
He's
and
doing a
everything.
passable cover of The Sound of Silence.
He's doing a passable code. Everyone went mad for that. I couldn't believe it. Uh, oh dear. But that is terrifying. I remember watching a Louis Theroux documentary about like chimps, and always remember this is that they went to like a family who had some chimps, and they were like, "Yeah, this chimp, he's absolutely fine. He's real friendly and he's calm." And it literally cut to a second later when it was banging on the thing, like going rah, rah.
They
And the
just
cutaway to Louis Theroux's face is TV gold.
talk about these animals. I don't think there are many creatures. Like a shark is a terrifying creature, and you have no hope against a shark. But you know what? Live in the fucking sea where I don't live.
Yeah.
Really easy. And I always get this. And people go, I'm terrified of sharks. And I go, well, that's okay because I think you could probably never encounter one without changing your life that drastically. You
Yeah.
could avoid sharks.
Do you know
And
what?
but
Sorry,
apes, like if like we don't live in the same country as apes, but they just feel like one of the perfect creatures to get you.
I feel like as a kid I was never aware of the threat of an ape, really. I think they'd been, monopolized by PG Tips and Dunstan Checks In or anything like that. I didn't think they were a threat. And it was only when I obviously got older that I found out all these horrible stories of people getting their faces ripped off and stuff. I was like, oh right. I thought they were lovely. Chimps. They were a laugh.
I blame Sigourney Weaver, really. She's off for going out seeing gorillas, isn't she?
Oh
And
yeah,
aliens,
gorillas
anything
in the
like that,
bloody
really.
mist.
She's just that's what
Gorillas
it's
in
all
the Mist
about.
and Congo. Congo's got a lot to explain as well.
Well, they've got
Congo's
good
nice.
and bad gorillas in that one. That one gives us the true duality of apes.
Good and bad gorillas, yeah. But it's pretty terrifying. I know what you mean though. Like, yeah, stay out of the water with sharks, with apes. One thing that struck me with this film is that what I didn't like was the fear of like somebody walking into a room and having absolutely no idea that there was going to be an ape there. For
Yeah.
everyone else, they met the ape, they know the ape's about, and then later on they find out that the ape's gone rabid. Imagine walking into a room and looking for someone and then just seeing a fucking ape, especially in a room completely lit up in red.
Oh yeah, but then again, that guy, but he had it coming, didn't he? Yeah, I've just come to this party.
He had
Yeah,
it
I think
coming,
he
this
definitely
guy.
did, yeah.
He needed his joy. I knew they were going to turn up as well. I was like, oh, they're going to they're gonna arrive. To be fair, I like that though because we needed more bodies.
Yeah, we needed body count after the. I mean, we'll talk about some of the kills in this one at the moment. One of my favorites is a very end of days moment. Ben, did you pick up on that bit where? Well, we'll come to it. We'll come
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. Should we go through the story? What happens in this?
Yeah. I
Where
mean,
do we begin with
let's
this?
talk about the cast very briefly. So Johnny Sequoyah is Lucy Pinborough. She's the lead, one of Ben's owners, the daughter of Adam. That's the dad. That's played by Troy Kotsur. He is the father of Lucy, and there's Erin as well, the sister. Troy Kotsur is a born deaf actor. I think he won an award fairly recently for a movie called, what was the movie called which he won an award for? Coda. He won the
Coda.
Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor,
Oh
I
wow.
think. Oh, was he nominated? I think maybe he was just nominated. Yeah, maybe just nominated, or maybe won it. I don't know. I'm getting a weird thing where I hover over the award and it's showing me a picture of Kieran Culkin. That's weird. He was he got some nominations, I think. So that was good, and I think he was a great asset to this film. I know Johannes sort of spoke to you, Andy, and he said that initially they hadn't written that character as a deaf character, right?
No, they just written the character as dad,
Dad.
and then when they met him, they were like, yeah, let's do this and make it part of the story, and it does fit very well, bearing in mind that to communicate, Ben, the chimp, does use sign language. I think that actually feeds in very nicely. It kind of gives us a really organic reason. I know mostly sign language because he can't talk. He doesn't have the same tongue and face as people. But like it might give him a reason for why that was his primary method of communication.
Yeah.
I think that in itself, it just adds so much audio wise to the film. I think just that one little change is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and that one scene as well. Well, I think that might happen more than once, but there's one particular scene where it's obviously from his point of view, audio wise, and I guess that makes it
Yeah, that is a good,
even
like, good bit.
scarier.
Gives us kind of the, is it Hush?
Yeah,
Where we have that same, like, the the main character can't hear their attacker like sneaking up on them.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of like any kind of like Japanese horror that you're watching subtitles with, because it's all about the music and that. And when there's no music and you glue to the screen for something because you know something's going on, and then something does happen, it was great in the cinema, like seeing the reaction and hearing every bit of popcorn getting eaten.
Yeah, because everyone hushes up. Then when it goes super silent, everyone's like, right, locked in.
That's it.
Definitely
Yeah.
locked in. And then you see Ben
A
like in the
Quiet
back.
Place, the worst franchise for popcorn sales ever.
Yeah. Oh my God. Talking about a Quiet Place, I've been playing a Quiet Place game. They've littered every floor area with like gravel or something like, no, be quiet. Don't walk on the gravel. I'm like, why is all this gravel around? That's not realistic. Not gravel everywhere. Don't walk on this broken glass. Shut up. Ridiculous.
You're at the Quiet Place, but the worst place you could possibly be, the car park of a wedding venue. Gravel for miles.
I'm fucking a wedding venue. Oh my God. Yeah, so and there's obviously a few more friends as well. We got Gia Hunter as Erin. Sorry, that's a daughter. We got Victoria Wyant as Kate. Benjamin Cheng as Nick. I mean, poor old Nick, right? Poor old Nick. The way he goes out is pretty extreme.
That's the end of days bit, Ben.
And then of course Miguel Torres Umba. That's the end of days bit. Is that the bit you meant?
When he's like, oh, I'm falling. Blasts him off the top. Yanked.
Miguel Torres Umba is Ben, the chimpanzee owned by Adam, Lucy, and Erin. And of course, but gets bitten by a rabid mongoose, gets rabies, becomes feral. But yeah, we start off at a lovely house. I mean, a ridiculously lovely house, right? In the remote part of Hawaii. And this cold open is where a veterinarian named Doug Lambert, played by Rob Delaney, right?
Yeah, does this class as a cameo, that he just cameos as a thing, or is he? Because I know, like, for UK TV audiences, Rob Delaney, pretty big name, right? Pretty famous.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you reckon the director went, we got a role for you, Face Off. And he's
like,
remaking Face Off.
I will. No, I'm not sure I've got time. It is being filmed in Hawaii. Well, all right then.
Yeah.
And I'll be on set for one, like, one day, a couple of hours.
It's kind of like Jurassic Park vibes going on right here as well, isn't it? Because the fact it's in Hawaii, I know it's filmed in Hawaii, Jurassic Park, isn't it? Not necessarily set in Hawaii, but like this jungle surrounded by and this kind of like cage environment, almost like a sort of zoo situation. I
Man
don't
in a
know. I
brightly
was
coloured shirt getting done
right.
in by a
Yeah,
wild
exactly.
animal.
I was kind of thinking, is he like doing a Dennis Nedry thing here with the shirt? Um, but yeah,
Bit of
so
the scientist guy from Gremlins as well, right? Is you want a candy bar, then he gets
oh
slurped
yeah.
off.
Um, so obviously, I guess he's the veterinarian named Doug Lambert. He has got a relationship already with Ben. I'm assuming he's the person who turns up all the time to give him his shots and stuff. So there's absolutely zero fear in this instance, is there?
Yeah, he just
Let's just
popped
go
in.
down.
Again, they don't think that they have rabies in. So until the tests come back later, because they've sent the mongoose off for testing, because
Yeah,
we see later that it was found. He has no reason to think he's anything other than not just a chimp, which is I guess as an exotic vet this guy must be. He must be used to dealing with, but
yeah,
one that is tame and a member of the family who he probably is very familiar with.
hmm. Yeah, exactly. He thinks Ben's
Unfortunately,
bloody legend. But yeah, in this instance, Um, there's obviously a few moments of tension and a few moments where it builds up to the big scare. Ben's acting a little bit strangely. Doesn't he like throw his teddy bear or something like that? Or he you
yeah, he
or
throws his teddy out, and I think that's part of their ritual. Like you hold the bear, and I'll basically, so in case it comes a bit sharp.
Yeah, it's his comfort blanket, isn't it? Really, but he's not having any of it. Is he?
he's not having any of it at all. And he grabs the vet and tears his face off. I'd say pretty easily. His face
Yeah.
comes off in one in
Once
one
an ape
go.
can like pinch an inch, you can.
That's
Yeah,
horrible though. Would a face really come off like that? I feel like it would it break? Or
I
would
think
it
you've
come
got the.
off?
I think you've got the grip strength of an ape. Yeah, you can do what you want. Peel him like a bloody nana.
That's terrifying though. Horrible little fingers. I struggle sometimes to find the end of the sellotape. How's his little fingers managed?
You
How's
gave
his little
Ben
fingers
that
managed
sellotape, he'd have unraveled it all.
yeah, tears off his face, and then we get what does it say? Is it 36 hours earlier?
Yeah.
I think that sets the tone up for what the film's going to be, though, doesn't it? You know that it's going to be a bit violent because sometimes films will shy away from that sort of stuff, but this one straight away, half his face is gone. There you go. Morning.
Yeah, old face
He's had a
ripped off.
full face rip.
I did wonder what was going to happen when it said 36 hours earlier. I was a bit like, well, how's this going to work? But it does. It works pretty well. It's established pretty well. Lucy is a young college student. She arrives at an airport to return home to Hawaii after spending years away. She left her sister behind. Her sister's annoyed at her. Basically, you went for bloody years. I've been dead bored here, just me and Ben. That's all we do.
I'll be having a shit time in my giant house with my pet chimpanzee
In
living in
Hawaii
glorious Hawaii.
with a
In
massive iPad.
yeah, clearly doing all right.
With no rabies. Yeah, had a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah, I see a mongoose. I can really give it a kiss on the lips. It'll be fine.
She's accompanied by her friend Kate, and Kate has invited an additional guest, Hannah. What's the rules on this? I feel that's a bit rude, isn't it? Going to my house. What's wrong with
I
you?
guess does Kate also live in?
Oh,
She's
okay,
also
so
from Hawaii because her brother's. I guess so. She could be also
so she's
staying at her
invited her to
house.
like. Okay, I've got you. I've got you.
Mm.
And when they arrive, they meet Nick at the airport. They meet some fellas on the plane as well, where they have a little bit of, I'd
Oh,
say, banter slash flirtation, bit awkward at
oh
times.
no, the one guy, the one who definitely. I'm taking it back, Ben. Ben's like sometimes
Ben.
as a millennial, popular culture, and in reality, I think there is no war but class war, so it's okay. We should actually not be picking on each other because we were born slightly different eras. But in a world where people will say, "Oh, using GIFs, that's cringe." How
Yeah,
you interact with another human being, young man, is more so cringe. Look at those three fingers pointing back at you, Trisha Goddard style. You're awful when he gives her a doll, the stuffed animal back, and it's like, oh, and I'm like, oh my, I'd die if
I
someone
just
interacts
immediately
with me
die.
like
Yeah,
that.
that'd
I'm
be it.
so
That'd be the end,
sorry.
wouldn't it?
Like if I had done that, I'd have withered into nothing.
Withered.
Withered.
we've all withered.
That's what he deserves. I think his confidence should have never. If his confidence had taken the blow that it should have with that interaction, he'd have got through that holiday safe and well. Because like, I can't see her ever again. I cannot go there.
Never see her ever again. Yeah, exactly.
I'll pull my own jaw off rather than put myself through the
It
embarrassment. He
describes them
doesn't.
here as two college aged men looking to party. Why does it describe them like a Craigslist ad? Hey guys, we're two college aged men looking to party in Hawaii. Sounds a bit pervy if you ask me. Plus, you can go to college at well, not any age, but you can be older if you're college aged. You could be a mature student.
Yeah. Look, I've got to go to Hawaii to hit the books with some nice weather. That's what I've got to do. Because I'm paying for this myself. I'm on no kind of scholarship. The
I've got to hit
price of
the
university these days.
exactly. There we go. So when they arrive at the airport, Nick is there to pick him up. I think. What's her name? The other friend,
Hannah.
Hannah. She's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me your brother was fit." And she goes, "Shut up,
She
you
goes,
knobhead."
I'm gonna there's no unresolved romantic tension between you two, is there? Because I'm gonna try and cop off with him at the earliest
Immediately at the
opportunity.
earliest opportunity, yeah. And he's going to be like, yeah, fair enough. So they land in Hawaii, drive to Lucy's home, which is like an elaborate, like beautiful house embedded into a cliff. I feel like too close to the edge of a cliff. We've all seen that footage of like someone who lives on the cliffs of Dover going, "My garden's been been wearing
Yeah.
away every by a foot every hour for the
I'm
last 10
gonna I'm
years."
gonna look up to see how practical will that be because if they're on a granite coastline, like I'm using my geography level here, guys.
Oh yeah.
If they've been on a granite coastline, such as that we have on the southwest coast of the UK, not so bad. That is the bedrock that will stand the test of time, at least for your lifetime. Now, you go to the east coast, you go to your Norfolk Broads, you've got coastal erosion for days over there, and that's where people's houses become
What's
uninsurable.
that? So if that's not granite, what is that then?
Maybe a
Chalky.
soft stone, maybe a chalk, maybe a limestone, maybe a sandstone if you're very unlucky. My goodness.
How did I know that you? How did I not know that you knew all this? And how have I not made it?
I've said it before
Andy,
and I'll say it again, Ben's. Useless facts for days.
I said it
Some of my
before, and I'll say it
some of my
again.
cousins have children whose names I don't know. So
This is
You've
what we're
given
here for, isn't it? Geography lesson.
you've given us tips how to survive a chimp attack and where it's all right to make a pool. I feel like having a pool, like an infinity pool on the edge of a cliff, is terrifying now because I feel like I don't know. I get carried away. I reckon. I
yeah,
do like 10
in
legs
other
from
ways,
you.
they're the best place to have one.
A tiny little. They've got like a tiny little strip of like a little edge on there. I feel one of my problems. I feel like we could have made more about Ben trying to get them when they're in the pool. I know we'll get into that, of course. I just feel like he didn't really do much. He did like a hang from the lights at one point, but I kind of thought let's
Oh
take
yeah,
advantage of the fact he's smart.
does a scalping, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he does a bloody
Yeah,
scalping.
it's a good bit. I forgot about that.
I've been bloody scalped. You won't be able to get a purchase on my head. It'd be fine. He'd be like,
Yeah, he'd be getting his little pinchy fingers at you though, Ben.
no. There's nothing on there. Not hair, not loose skin. It's like a bowling ball. He'd have
There's no
no
end to
trouble.
the sellotape on there. That's
There's no bloody end to the sellotape on my head. I swear. Um. So yeah, they go to this house, and this is where her father lives. He's a famous novelist. He's deaf, primarily communicates through sign language, which luckily his daughters both know. That's good, isn't it? Um,
I guess if your dad was deaf and knew sign language, you'd probably put the effort in to learn.
make
Be
some
like,
bloody effort,
what?
would you? Dad said good morning. Oh, fuck off. Uh, and then
just
obviously there's
communicates by the books he's wrote. That's it. Shows him a book.
this is a great bit I wrote. So then obviously the family pet is Ben, the chimpanzee. He's highly intelligent, has been taught to communicate using sign language, but also the custom soundboard software on a tablet by Lucy's late mother, who was a linguistics professor. It says here he is overjoyed when Lucy gives him a teddy bear, is he? He's just like, cheers. That's my bear.
Oh yeah, he brings him a teddy bear.
Brings him a little teddy bear home.
Of course, if you've been away at college for a year, you'd bring Ben a teddy
You
bear
made the
back.
effort. You bring Ben a teddy bear, wouldn't you? Yeah, he's happy about it.
Even
Bless
though
him.
of all your
Minimum,
family members,
yeah.
he probably has the least concept of time. Unlike your sister. What did you bring me? Fuck all. Give us a go on your Switch.
Give us a go on your base Switch. He's like, no, leave me alone. I'm playing Mario Kart.
I'm on a boss.
I'd be fuming now if someone snatched a Switch away while I was in the throes of a final lap on Mario Kart. That's I'd punch. I'd swing.
There'd be something wrong with Ben then.
Tell you what, she'd need to lie down.
Maybe he didn't even have rabies. Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
Maybe he's just.
It was his go on the Switch. She blue shelled him just as he was coming up to the end, and he's like,
right, that's it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
you'll be pleased to know, actually, guys, I was able to find out while we were going there. Now we're talking about them arriving at the house.
Oh, thank God for that.
That, I mean, I should have known this, really. Come on. Hawaii, volcanoes, a volcanic igneous rock like basalt, which gives it its black coloring. Those are the rocks. Now, basalt you will find is quite resilient against coastal erosion because it's can be quite hard wearing. In fact, they actually use it in a lot of places to build sea defenses like sea walls. So I would say geologically, it's not so bad that they've got a house on the edge of those cliff faces.
I'm going to go out on a limb
Right.
here and say, of all the horror podcasts over there around discussing Primate, you're not going to get that insight.
Yeah.
You're not.
You think Nightmare on Film Street have got this for you? No. You think even Kermode is throwing out this kind of knowledge?
Kermode
No.
ain't got a Scooby-Doo, mate.
He's
Kermode ain't got a Scooby-Doo.
Kermode. He's Mark Kermode. No idea about geography. That's what he is.
He's a fan of Primate. Listen to his review. He likes Primate. He thought it was good.
We've got that in common, but he hasn't got the the rock knowledge that we're bringing out over here.
So after establishing all the characters, we sort of understand a little bit. There's a tension between Lucy and Nick about, like, what did you say, like unresolved romantic feelings?
Yeah, I
guess.
mean, because obviously she's got a cool dad who uses the ability, the fact that they can sign to each other, saying like, they find out that he's broken up with his girlfriend, and he signs, "Now's your."
No, he doesn't. He's not an inappropriate dad. He doesn't do that.
He goes, "Now's your chance."
I think me and Charlie did that to each other when that was happening, and we had a good laugh. All right, okay, that's what keeps it fresh in a relationship.
I mean, he's a cool dad, but he's got his limits. He's not going to suggest that they get tanked up, leave a flirtatious voice message to some lads saying, "All right, slag factory." And
Is that flirtatious in your eyes? That was that was beyond. That would make me a pervert blush.
You're in a rough place, Ben.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But and he also probably doesn't want them smoking the bloody devil's lettuce. It
Don't
is
smoke a bloody
one
number
thing.
in there,
One thing I
no.
don't know about is whether or not marijuana is legal in Hawaii. Is in some states, but I don't have a universal knowledge of that. Maybe Mark Kermode can help you with that
No,
bit.
it's got no rabies, but it's got loads of weed. I reckon.
Maybe that's how they've got so little rabies. They're all so chill about it.
Yeah. So Ben, we don't see Ben actually getting bitten by this mongoose on screen. He's just acting strangely. He's a bit fed up, is what I say. Not strangely. At this point, he's just like, been bloody bit, and I am well annoyed about that.
What he's suffering from right now, Ben, is stage 1 of a rabies infection, which typically goes through 3 stages. Now, in the early stages of a rabies infection, this is when it might still be treatable. You do have a very narrow window, but you're going to have some numbness and irritation around the bite. You're going to have headaches. You're going to have your nausea. You're going to be feeling, as we call it in the business, a little bit poorly. Things are going to escalate quickly if you don't deal with it to stage 2. And we'll come to that later.
This film has a little bit of a crawl at the start of the film, doesn't it, where it sort of explains rabies, if you didn't know. And what do they call it? Is it
Hydrophobia. I had a bit
Hydrophobia.
of a look into this afterwards because
Okay.
I was unaware. Like growing up in the 80s, I was obviously aware of how big rabies was, but I never knew that it was associated with water at all. And I've like seen videos of people who've had it, and they have a fear of water because they can't swallow. So they're like people with glasses of water just like shaking and all that. And it's quite disturbing.
Oh
like,
my God.
yes, and I didn't realize it was that bad. And what sure when Andy gets to it later on, I think the second or third stage, once you get to the symptoms, it's 100% incurable, and it's the death rate is 100% as well. It's,
If you don't get
Oh my
treated
God.
quickly, so you
Yeah.
have your neurological conditions that Ben just covered there. You get your hydrophobia, you get your aggression, you get your confusion, you get your cognitive decline, and then stage 3, paralysis, death. Sucks.
Jesus.
It's
I was just,
scary stuff, isn't it?
it is. I was thought froth around the mouth. I think I always knew about the fear of water thing, but I didn't realize all that stuff as well.
Yeah, I
It's
think when
crazy.
you grow up in it, when your childhood fear is of rabies, it's from cartoons, right? Foaming at the mouth. When Tom and Jerry put like foam around the dog's mouth when he's asleep and get him thrown out of the house. Like, yeah, it's you think that they're gonna go foamy around the mouth and be crazy. Actually, unfortunately, it's not the end of it.
I'm watching. I'm watching a video of a man with rabies being given a drink. I'm not laughing because I'm laughing at him having rabies, but it does seem quite comical. The fact it doesn't even look like water over. They've given him like Pepsi Max or something. He's like,
I
fuck
think
that. I'd rather drink bloody sand, mate. Who's filming this? Get him cured, for God's sake. You
Impossible,
don't want
Ben.
it.
You've got to
no cure.
you have to
So,
get it quick. You got to get it in stage one.
Oh, bloody hell. You never guess what? It's a bloody WebP file as well I'm watching.
I think we might have watched the same one.
Is it like a sort of like a Mexican guy, like in a
Yeah, that's it.
it's
Yeah,
like on
it's on
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Yeah, that
It's on
one. Yeah,
Wikipedia. He's definitely
yeah.
having Pepsi Max. So I would say hydrophobia, yes. Pepsi Max phobia as well. Don't just say any liquids. Get him in a pub, it'd be fine.
Yeah, beers.
Get him a pint of bloody John Smith's. It'd be absolutely right as rain. He'll sleep it off.
It's a Coke guy, not a Pepsi guy. That's what could
Yeah.
happen, you know.
For once, yeah, like is Pepsi okay? Fucking no.
No? What is it? Full fat? Yeah. No, it's not. It's Pepsi Max. Fuck. Ah, sling your hook. I'm lying because I love
Tab
Pepsi.
clear. No, thank you. None of that.
Tab
my
clear.
God.
I tell you what, go a tab clear now. It reminds me of a simpler and more hopeful time in the world.
Ah. So is rabies just like pretty much non-existent then? Just
We
in
don't have it in this country, but it
don't
is
have it in the
rife
UK,
in other
no.
it is rife in other places. US mainland. If you were walking down the street and you got bitten by a fox or a raccoon, you would have to immediately go to hospital for rabies
Oh,
injections.
you couldn't just like
Especially if you can't fight, if you find the animal that bit you and they can test it for rabies, then you might avoid it. But if there is any chance that the animal that bites you has rabies, you have to
I feel
immediately
that's more
go for
effort. Come here,
awful.
animals. Just come here,
Well,
animals.
it's
Just
because they
bit me.
die fairly quickly, right? So if the
Oh,
animal
right, yeah.
bites you and then
Okay, right.
dies, then you could bring it in. But
Animal's
if you
fine. He's been.
don't,
And
you've
we've
just
all
got
seen
to.
Outbreak as well. You might not have rabies, you might have Ebola. So you've got to get that
God, yeah.
monkey to Dustin Hoffman.
Another
This
monkey
is like
horror.
the things that you get injection wise is you know when you're going for your completely normal jabs at school, and there's always some fucker in your class who tells you how big and unpleasant the needle is, and it's like one of
Yeah.
those pens that have 100 colors in it with all the different needles you could put up, and it's going to be big. A rabies injection is like that. It's a big old needle.
It's a big old needle. Jesus Christ, that's terrifying.
So yeah, you got to be careful when being bitten. And we've lived a very, despite growing up terrified of it, we live in a country because it's an island where we typically don't have
Or it doesn't exist. We've been ruled by fear all these years. That's what they
it.
want us. They want us ruled by fear. Um, careful, rabies, quicksand, it'll get you. If you go out of the house, stay in the house, it'll be fine. So yeah, Adam finds a dead mongoose in Ben's enclosure, discovers that Ben was bitten by it. He does say something like, "Oh, you've been fighting with the neighbors again," making out that Ben is obviously makes a habit of this.
Flattening mongoose.
I think anything that comes into his house, into his enclosure, deserves to get flattened. Really, leave me alone.
We're in America, isn't it? If someone breaks into your house,
That's true. That's true. Is it mongoose? Is that the plural for
it
mongoose?
might be also mongoose.
Oh yeah, not mongai.
Yeah.
I got.
And
I
don't
was
even
looking
get
for.
started on octopus. We haven't got time,
I
Ben.
knew it was a. I knew it was a mongoose as well, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing the mongoose chimpanzee fight happening, going toe to toe. Fucking come on then, you slag. But yeah, so I mean, classic dad as well. He brings the dead body of the mongoose in a Ziploc bag and puts it on the table in breakfast time. Nice.
You're a
Dad, I'm
single
trying to eat
parent
the
household, Dad.
Weetos.
You've got to clean this up.
Yeah. So he plans to take the mongoose to a lab the following morning to run tests. He asks Lambert, the vet from the start of the film, to check in on Ben, before leaving to participate in a book signing. There's a little bit of a subplot where like is he not doing so well as an author, and he
I
needs
think
the
they're
next big
going to
break.
need to get this movie or book deal signed so they
Yeah.
can continue to live in a palatial mansion. And then, like, I mean,
In a Bond villain mansion.
yeah,
Yeah.
arguably, Dad, maybe just downsize a bit. You could
Downsize a
probably maybe just downsize and you'd be all right. One of
Maybe
your
get rid of
daughters
the
has left to
stereo.
college. Cancel your Netflix subscription for a couple of months.
It seems like a pretty small house in like it inside, I guess. Like it doesn't seem sort of super huge in there.
You
But
only filmed in the West Wing, and they do have like a
Uh,
downstairs infinity pool hanging over the edge of a cliff. I
yeah,
reckon
that's
that's where a
true.
lot of
That
the
was cool though. I did keep thinking I'd love something like that. Imagine that. That's
you'd
just
Airbnb
great.
that out, wouldn't you? You'd have a lovely time.
Oh yes, that's where we're gonna go next time we go to Fright Fest. No one like that exists in London, does it?
Yeah. Also,
Right.
can you imagine that house in London? Combine those two things together, infinity billion pounds a night.
£100 a second, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically leaves because he's got to do a book signing. Because he will leave a rabies-ridden chimp in
Well, he's locked him in his
custody.
cage and said, "Oh, Ben's poorly. Just leave him in there."
Yeah, he's poorly, and he is acting a bit weird. There's a couple of weird bits like where someone comes down into the house in the middle of the night, and
Yeah, Hannah comes down to. Well, first she comes to have a little flirt with what's the brother's name again?
Nick.
Comes down to have a little flirt with Nick. He goes, "Here, do you want some grass?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna go and smoke this down by the pool in my friend's house." Fucking tabbing up at your friend's house, indoors technically. Uh, and then Ben shakes her hand a little bit too vigorously, right?
Yeah, and there is a bit where Adam like intervenes. He's got like
Yeah.
this little whistle.
He's got like a bosun's whistle, like captain on deck. And if
Yeah.
ever he blows it, he's stands to attention.
When he hears, all right, yeah, I'm being a bit, and then he makes out, oh, he's a bit weird around strangers. He's a bit weird around strangers when he's got rabies.
Especially if they're bloody smoking.
Especially if they're bloody smoking and copping off with my daughter's love interest. How dare you?
Proactively, because animals can sense things.
Yeah,
People are
they
just like, I know you've got designs on Nick, Hannah. Let's snap your arm off. But he doesn't. He gets
So I guess us as the audience, we're kind of like it's from her point of view. This Hannah, she's like the outsider coming into this family, and we kind of feel the same because we haven't really seen him, being the friendly neighborhood chimp, doing anything nice with his iPad, watching
No.
Peppa Pig.
Is it Pepper that's on? It's Dora, isn't it? That
Oh,
comes
Dora,
in
yeah,
the
Yeah,
rain.
it's Dora, yeah.
And it even says my favorite line: "No swiping, no swiping." I love that line from Dora the Explorer, and it says that at the time. I thought, yeah, it's just because it's the monkey in it. Wait, no, Swiper's not the monkey. What's the monkey called in Dora?
Boots.
That's
I mean,
it.
I don't know what number.
Boots or something. Oh, I've heard. Yeah, the lads are talking about it every night. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, they essentially have a party like the Infinity Pool. It looks like a pretty chill party. No, nothing goes too extreme. I think they got some Coronas. That's the beer. Knocking about. A couple of pizzas ordered. Nothing too.
Yeah,
Everyone's in
classic.
bed by 11. It's fine.
You know what they call in the state that this film was released, but you know what they call a pizza with old ham and pineapple on it?
Hawaiian.
Just a here, yeah. Pizza.
Sorry, I zoned out during the first part of that.
Yeah.
Could I just have a pizza, please?
Can I have a
Margarita?
local pizza, please? Yeah. No, they call that a Queen of Spain over in Hawaii.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
No, I'm not being serious, but
Oh.
that is what it's called a margarita for.
So many great facts this week, Andy. I just can't tell what's real and what's not. I'm hoping.
Sometimes I
everything's
feel
real.
like I've got to bring some more research in, and I've come in with the hard topics, not about the film, but about the science behind it.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what I want anyway. It's what the listeners want.
I feel like I need a little like fact check thing in the corner or something like they have on the Jubilee videos or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Andy, limestone will be perfectly good to build a house on.
Well, you be a fool, Ben. You build your house with that if you want.
Your funeral.
Yeah. See you in the North Sea, mate. I will be
Um,
on the cliffs,
so
safe.
we catch up with the first scene now. We see like the vet arriving and sort of, but Ben's gone rabid. I guess he's not like completely rabid at this point. He kind of just goes fits and starts at this initial
I'd
stage.
say he's on stage 1.5 at this point.
Yeah.
He's on the borderline.
So everyone goes to sleep later that evening. Kate wakes up. That's the best friend, to find Ben shambling around mindlessly. Give him a break. He's just having a moment. He's had a few too many. Frightened, she alerts Lucy to find that Ben has now vanished, and that's when they pick up the teddy bear, finding it stained with blood.
Yeah.
He's out of his enclosure as well, isn't he? Because he gets locked in there in an evening. So
Yeah,
I think that
And that's when they
sets him
find out
off.
that obviously, because the vet unlocked it when he went in, and they realize that he's out of his enclosure and
yeah,
gone berserk. Is this when they say there's something wrong with Ben?
yeah. I think she does deliver the what is this? Some kind of Suicide Squad line.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with Ben. Dun dun dun. It is scary though because I did keep thinking this, and I mentioned this to my wife. I said like when we first got our dog Dennis, the first few weeks like he proper attacked me like once, and I remember thinking like, what the fuck do you do? Like because you don't want to like hurt the dog, but you also don't want to be hurt by the dog. So I just kept thinking that in this film where I was like, I remember like locking him out in the garden. He was like leaping up at the door, and I remember thinking, this is like Cujo. This is how you must feel stuck in the car. He's fine since then. I will say that was his only instance of rabid behavior. It wasn't rabid. But yeah, I did keep thinking that. I kept thinking, imagine like a pet that you're sort of so familiar with suddenly going nuts. Like, because what would you do? Again, because you wouldn't want to hurt it, would you, Andy? What would you do
In
if
all honesty, it'd probably end up being end of dazed off the end of the infinity pool.
yeah, the end of the infinity pool. So what happens quite initially here is that Ben's like going mad at Hannah and Nick down by the pool. They're obviously smoking, flirting, maybe having
Oh,
a bit
they've
of kissy time.
they've done some copping off, and
Oh
we've
yeah,
seen now she's walked down and in like a proper. How long have you been standing there? Long enough.
long enough.
Always.
I've been there the old time. I saw the old darn shooting match.
Yeah, and she's seen them kissing. They've phoned those other boys and left that flirtatious
Oh
message.
yeah. Oh yeah. So they almost like Hannah. So I guess the dynamic here is that Hannah's come in. She's got a strong personality. She's quite like a sexual flirty person, and I think that like obviously Nick is reacting to that. Lucy's obviously feeling like I need to dial it up a minute, otherwise Nick's gonna think I'm a old ice in the loins.
Right,
And
old proper frigid.
frigid as ever so frigid rings up and leaves the most sexually charged message for as we know, college age men looking to party. They're gonna be they're gonna be bloody going crazy at this. Basically says, what do they say?
She says something like, what she says, like, listen, listen, it's those people from the plane come round here and shag us immediately, and then a phone rings back, and she doesn't
Or
take the half
mansion, she says.
second it takes. Yeah, doesn't take it's like, yeah, whores are us.
First of all, there's no need to use such derogatory terms for women who are sexually awoken. That's absolutely fine. It's 2026. Don't put yourself down like that. But also, it's her best friend's mum who rings up.
Yeah. Just tell Nick to charge his bloody phone. He goes, all right, I will.
I will. Bye. Uh, Slag Mansion. Bye.
You would have pretended to be someone else, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you got the wrong
You'd have
number.
you'd have dialed, you'd have doubled down and said, "No, as I've just said, this is the Slag Mansion where we take the waste products from iron manufacture and dispose of them safely. If you're looking for your son, you're gonna
Quick
have to find him
thinking.
elsewhere. I bid you good day. Off.
That was all good up until you said good bay.
Bay. Well, they live in Hawaii. There's lots of good bays.
You're literally on it today, Andy. I feel like I could get you to solve all of my life's problems if I just fired them at you. So yeah, that happens, and I guess we know at this instance that that means those lads are going to come back into it.
Yeah.
Did you think that? Did you think that, Ben? Did you think you want? Did you
I
want
think
them?
it's inevitable. As soon as you see him at the start, you know that's not going to be the end of him, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
we did need. Well, the thing is, we needed to up the body count without, I guess, it too much impact on the story because obviously we had best friends, brothers, sisters, characters that they're those connections. It's really difficult sometimes if you start offing people to like keep,
you also need some people who instantly the dicks, and that you're not bothered about them. You're like, oh
Yeah.
well, I'm worried about the family a little bit. Not so much that one last, but I'm worried about
Yeah.
everybody else.
Had I been
But
playing the
these guys,
family game, the connection game, I would have expected them to come before the killing started, so they could be the
Yeah.
first, maybe.
I was
But
kind of thinking that, yeah.
nice surprise.
Because there are a couple of, and I think this is where the film did well with that, but I think it kind of writes itself into a corner, especially when like the best friend gets like bludgeoned with a rock, like pretty much not out of nowhere, but like quite abruptly. So I was a bit like, oh shit, when characters like almost aren't given enough time to like mourn. I mean, they did a bit,
Yeah.
like she did a bit, but it's really difficult sometimes with
So sometimes life comes at you fast.
Yeah, life comes at you fast. If I watch you get bludgeoned with a rock, I'll be like, let me mourn him for at least 5 minutes. He's got so many good geography facts, and now I'll never hear him again.
Because my dying wish, Ben, would be for you to be okay. If I am killed in an animal attack, doesn't matter which one, you feel free to bottle that up and save it for afterwards.
Bottle it up. I thought you were going to give me
By all means, after you get out that one, go on a hatred campaign against the species that kills me. But until then, just
I thought
move
you were
on
going to give
until the
me
danger's past.
10 seconds of mourning, and then that's it. Move on.
Or just mourn me when you're safely back in the water where Ben can't get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
when he first starts raging, they make an attempt to try, because at this point he can still listen, and Lucy's trying to talk him down while Nick tries to lasso him with like a bit of washing line.
He says, "Let's just tie him up first, doesn't he? Let's just tie him up." And I was a bit like, "Well," so Ben obviously reacts badly to that. Again, he seems to be going back and forth. He seems like kind of all right. He's kind of fighting it off. You feel like the real Ben's in there somewhere, but then he just goes rabid, and then he does end up biting Erin, the little sister, on the leg, and that is when everyone jumps in the pool. I was surprised that they jumped in the pool so quickly because I thought that they would just discover that Ben was scared of water, but Nick seemed to already know.
Yeah, like
chimps can't bloody swim for a toffee.
Yeah, before hydrophobia, chimps just can't swim, or at least really don't like water. I've never tried throwing chimps in water to see if
they already
in a fight
can't
or flight situation they'd work it out. But
so they already can't swim, and now hydrophobic is even worse. I feel like he wouldn't even want to be anywhere near it.
Is that an actual thing with chimps then? Or was it just like for the film?
Now, don't quote me on this science, Spence.
Well, I will do. I will quote you on it. Because...
I think the muscle density of chimps is such that their bodies are quite dense. So they don't have the natural buoyancy that we do. So they would sink.
That's exactly what it is. It says, so chimps are poor swimmers and avoid deep water due to a lack of natural buoyancy, high muscle to fat ratio, and top-heavy body structure that causes them to sink rather than float. While they often enjoy playing, wading, or splashing in shallow water, their physiology makes the swimming difficult, often leading to drowning risks. They'll have a little float in waist-deep water. They'll love that.
Yeah, they'll have a little splash about, but they're not going in an infinity pool because, as far as they know, they don't know about marketing. Chimps, as far as they know, that pool is infinitely deep. They'll sink to the bottom of it, like when you fight Vamp in Metal Gear Solid 2.
That's apparently why they use water like moats and stuff in zoos to like. Yeah. I mean that kind of makes sense.
Wow.
Weak against water.
Weak against water type, yeah. So they immediately all jump in the water, and obviously they're trying to stop the bleeding for Erin as well, while Ben goes apeshit at this point. He watches the group. He's stalking the perimeter. He ends up on like the cliffside facing edge.
Yeah, because he realizes that like even though it's an infinity pool, if you're an ape and you're good at balancing, he can just go on the edge, right?
Yeah. I kind of thought. Part of me thought that this was going to become like a single location film from now. Like I thought this was it. I didn't realize.
I was just going to say that. I thought this was the bit of the film where I thought, and this was the day after I'd watched Killer Whale as well, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, here we are,
here we
here
are.
we are
Yeah,
again in the water with peril.
which is
But
why, yeah, I felt the same, and I kind of thought we are going to see more of him like using his wits to try and get to. But then again, if we got rabies, I suppose you wouldn't be relying on wits. There was a part where they were like asleep on the floating thing, and I thought, oh, he's going to turn up and he's going to start like nudging the water to try and get closer to the edge and try and
He's going to
grab.
get that net that they have when you're at school, fish you out.
hook a
Gonna
duck
get
in them.
hook a duck. Yeah, yeah. But he did a bit of that with the obviously the climbing on the lights. But I guess at this point, when he's on the edge, is when Nick goes, I reckon I could push him off. Also, this pool immediately deep. There's no shallow end.
Yeah.
Dangerous. So Nick goes, I'm going to push him off, and he goes to do that, but obviously because of Ben's high muscle
Well,
to
he
fat,
thinks he
fat
has.
decency.
He gives him a little shove and he disappears, but he doesn't Hans Gruber it. He Arnold Schwarzenegger end of days it, where he's actually just on the ledge, and then when Nick looks over to gloat, his hand pops up, and he chucks him off, wazzes him off.
And this is brutal, because I thought, what a way to go. The first kill from this group falls to his death, and then we get like a horrific close up of his head just getting obliterated by
Yeah.
some rocks down below.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, and all the landscaping they've done for the manicured cliff edge around the infinity pool, not really taken so much attention to the jaggedness of the rocks below.
No, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So there we
There's
go.
no health and safety thought about at all
I did think that. I
in
thought there's
building that,
got to be
was there?
some sort of like glass, even because Infinity Pool. I know it looks good. Just get some glass up there at least. What's going on?
Yeah, because those kids wouldn't always be that age, would they? They might have lived there for like their whole
Yeah,
lives. They'll have been toddlers at some point.
yeah.
And Ben as well. You don't know if he's just going to wander off the edge, do you?
No,
And he's been
exactly.
chained up and everything.
At the very
Also,
least, a little safety net around the bottom, so if you fall, there is some kind of
when you
recourse.
get older as well,
Yeah.
if I was like a teenager with my mates, I'd go, watch me jump off the ledge. I'm going to get on the ledge and jump in the pool. Watch this. And then a gust of wind to come along, I'll be gone.
And you'd say to infinity and beyond just before you're about to jump, and then some of the wind would go and blow you off.
Oh my God. Um, so yeah, so Lucy goes and retrieves a large pool float, which is
Ben thinks it's
enables.
hilarious when he chucks Nick off, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, he's absolutely loving it. He's laughing.
He's
Like, oh, rabies, is it? We've got still got a sense of humor, mate.
Yeah, he thinks it's brilliant.
And again, I think the acting from the sister is really good in this moment as well because she like screams and is
Yeah.
obviously absolutely shocked and devastated at her brother being thrown off. I was like, shit, I can't believe it, Ben. What have you done?
How would you feel if your sibling had been suplexed off an infinity pool?
Because I think this was the moment where like I think they really knew at this point, like, oh, we're fucked. We're absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get the pool float, which allows them to rest safely and allows Erin to sort of like lie there. So because before they were treading water and just trying to keep her afloat. Um, they have a little nap around this point as well.
I think they are like
I
Exhausted.
think
passing.
they do, yeah.
Exhausted, terrified nap. And that's
Is this
when
when
they wake.
Ben has the opportunity to creep above them and scalp Hannah?
Yeah. Well, I forgot to mention with the grabbing the float as well. This is also when Kate like goes to grab her phone because at this point Ben looks like he's not interested. He's in rest mode.
Yeah. Well, he's feeling poorly, isn't he? He's still got all the other symptoms
He
of
just
phase
keeps
one. He's got
touching his
a
arm,
stinking
doesn't he?
headache.
He keeps touching his arm, going, "Me, I'm bloody killing me. This is." I
Like when
feel
you have your TB done, isn't it? You're like, ooh,
sorry. Oh, bloody hell, that hurts. That does.
you sit
That
there and
aches.
poke it.
I've got a dead arm. I have for 2 days. Yeah. So that's right. So when they wake up, Ben's disappeared, and this is when the first expedition to go and retrieve the smartphone from the living room. Again, the script kind of writes around teenagers not having their phone to hand all the time. The fact it was like the middle of the night, phones were on charge in various rooms for stuff like that. So Kate and Lucy go to that room. How many times in this film does someone like stand on something that makes loads of noise? All the bloody time.
Squeaky toy,
Squeaky toy.
remote
Ben hates it.
control.
Stand on a remote control when the TV's on 100% volume. Ah!
Oh, you've accidentally pressed like the TV on to the most obnoxious channel and the
Oh,
very rare anti-mute button
Yeah.
that mutes the rest of the world by
It
being
is horrible.
so inconceivably
It is
loud.
horrible though when you're not expecting it. I've had it recently where I've been like driving home with my music blaring, absolutely blaring, loving life, thinking I'm hard. Yeah, listening to something. And then in the morning when it's like 7 a.m. and I'm getting in the car all quiet and I just turn the thing on and I'll just turn it on to the radio.
Joe Sims doing a
Wow,
voice.
Jesus! Yesterday, me set a trap for myself, an
Yeah.
audio trap.
And much like Ben the chimp, doesn't like it when that happens.
Doesn't I hate it? Absolutely hate it when it happens. Yeah, exactly.
Um, is this when like yeah, so he's already scalped Hannah at this point from the lights when he before they went off there, I think. And then this is when so who goes inside to try and retrieve? It's the two original friends, right? They leave scalped Hannah and Erin
Mm.
downstairs
Yeah.
by the pool.
Oh yeah. So she scalped Hannah. I mean, she gets scalped, but ain't quite as bad
Oh
as.
yeah, it's just not a full scalping.
It's just
It's
a
just a scratch on the head, isn't it? Yeah.
just a casual
Just
scalping,
you
isn't
know,
it?
she's just like I mean, her hair's gonna grow funny. Her stylist is gonna have to really work around that for upwards of a year until that's grown back out.
She's
But
not like that boxer from. You see that boxing match the
Yeah,
other
yeah. I
week?
saw it. I did see it.
yeah,
He punched his hair off.
touch his
But
hair off.
it's not
The
like
most the most humiliating bit about that is that people in the crowd were putting it on their heads. Now, there's no coming back from that. Even if you punch your hair off, you might be able to come back from that. Go, oh, so, yeah, that was embarrassing. Everyone in the crowd was putting it on. That is you're done. You're finished.
that. Then he went on
You'd
to
say you
win,
got
didn't he?
Did he go on to win? All right, that's
He
all right
won.
then.
He won.
Okay.
Yeah.
you can buy more hair with that.
He,
So is
but he
it
made but he made up sorry to stick on this, Andy.
okay?
He made up such a childish excuse. Instead of going, yeah, I've had an earpiece stuck on because I'm a bit, I don't like my airline. He made out that like something happened. He put the wrong thing on his hair at his mum's house and it made all his hair fall out. Oh yeah, I was just going to use the normal shampoo, but I ended up putting hair
Your
removal cream
Mac.
in my hair.
Came out of my
What? No,
head.
you didn't. Don't lie. You've
Just
gone
to rinse
bold.
it off and all your hair comes off.
Oh no.
He missed the trick. If he'd have done it like this weekend or something, he could have gone, "Oh, I was in an infinity pool and this chimp pulled my hair off." He could have like done something like that. But
Oh yeah,
Then I
yeah. There's a
battered
film
him
out
because I'm
about it
so good at
now.
boxing.
There's a film out about the perils of that. You know, it's a real problem. It's a
He
real
does
issue.
like a proper like PSA, like raising money for people who've had their hair pulled off by chimps. Him and Hannah, but it's Lucy and Kate that go a looking for
Yeah,
the phone, and then they hide in the cupboard because he Michael Myers
yeah.
is them, right? He's peeping
This is proper
through.
Halloween vibes, isn't it? In this
oh,
particular moment, there are a few moments in this film which feel like they've got classic horror throwback moments, and aren't there?
Yeah,
This is one of them.
this is one of them, and then he loses interest because for all of his talents, object permanence is not really one of them. Another sound happens and he buggers off. He thumps the shit out the TV.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Um, because yeah, I think this is when swipe or don't swipe comes up and he goes,
I will.
I fucking would prefer it if he did
I
actually.
fucking will
I'm
swipe.
gonna
You
beat
wait,
this
mate.
TV up. And have I misremembered this? When they then go to leave the house and are dawdling for some reason, does he sinisterly do an iPad message to them?
Yeah, I think he does. Like Lucy Bad.
yeah, he does do. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
does like
remember that going off because in the cinema it was really quiet, and then that went off, and there
yeah.
was this woman like a few seats behind us, and she was just like, "Oh, I've got." And that was it. It's so quiet, and that was like the loudest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It was effective. The sound design was great. The soundtrack was really good as well. Like this kind of like
Yeah.
synth wave, sort of like 80s, quite like lo-fi. It was really good. Like, I think the soundtrack's out on vinyl now as well. I wouldn't mind checking that
Fair
out.
enough.
But
The cinema I was in as well had a really good sound system. I could like kind of feel it in my chair, and it's not a 4DX thing. I wasn't like strapped in and being thrashed around, but like there was definitely some efforts in the moments of like low and quiet sound. They had like pulsating heartbeats, and like
Yeah.
the low tones were really effective, and like it felt like I had in-seat speakers. It was really good.
It was a great shot of Ben up in the rafters as well of this room, wasn't it? And just like
Up on the
leaping
top
down.
rope.
He's on the top rope and he's on the top rope, come down like Eddie Guerrero. Um, oh yeah, it was good. It was effective, and they managed to get out of that room as well.
And they go,
With
thank goodness the
glass.
the patio doors will stop him.
Yeah, but he runs through head first like an absolute
Yeah.
nut job.
Well,
I think it might
there's
be
a
a good time
little
to talk about.
because
Sorry, Ben, you go.
they shut the door, pull the handle up. Then there's that little Jurassic Park bit where
Yeah,
he starts opening the handle a little bit, and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, of course, you can open doors."
He's got thumbs. There was a moment like that before when Ben was kind of looking at Hannah through the kind of like glass door as well, which was pretty good. Like the distorted, you could see the
Oh, the
distorted
distorted glass, like
Ben
That
look,
was
look,
face.
great. That
like
Because that is good because then
hiding
you
from
can
your
get
nan's dog,
you can get like what?
hiding from your nan's dog. Nan's houses have got distorted glass.
Because then you can get real close up to this practical like mask essentially, and it doesn't show any of the like they might linger on it a little bit too long in some moments in this film, but with this you can get right up close to it because it's so distorted and it looks legit.
And a good time to mention, I think, Miguel's performance as that,
Mm.
like I think in a time when you can't really use, well, you shouldn't use real life apes for entertainment anymore, and CG ones, unless you spend Planet of the Apes money on it, you can tell, and it can be distracting.
Oh
Looks
yeah.
bloody.
Well, I can.
What's the imaginary space aliens Indiana Jones one? The apes in that are terrible.
Oh, well, and
Um,
they're
the
swinging with
Crystal
Shia
Skull,
LaBeouf.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls time.
Yeah.
So to have a guy in there, and the thing about having a real performer in this suit here is that the movement and the weight of having like a skilled character performer in this role is incredible because he moves believably like an animal.
Yeah, there was a moment in Send Help where there was like a boar and it was CGI, and it did make me think, oh God, like it doesn't look terrible, but I'm just so glad that they didn't go with that with Primate. And again, yeah, we mentioned a couple of moments where we see the face of the ape and it is CGI, but I think almost every other shot that isn't a close up of a face is Miguel in the suit. And did Johannes say he went full chimp as well?
Yeah,
Do you reckon he
full
was in
full
character
chimp.
the whole time?
Sure, between takes, stopping it a little bit. It was like old Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Like, you're right, I'm not really a scary old.
You're right. No, he should stay in character, mate.
Just sitting and having a little tab between takes.
Um, obviously, he chases him back down towards the pool area, and this is when he gets hold of Kate and crushes her head with a rock, which was pretty unexpected and pretty gratuitous in terms of what we
Yeah,
saw. She couldn't
proper
do
that
anything
really
about
crunch
it.
was,
the
yeah.
bits.
I thought they were definitely all just going to get back to the pool and then like regroup and then think about what
Yeah,
to do from that. But he smashed the patio glass open then, didn't he? And then
yeah. He
there's a
ran
few.
through head first, chased after them, and bludgeoned her to death with a rock, which was yeah, it was shocking because it's Lucy's best friend as well, isn't it? So it's like I can't believe that has just happened, and that's the way it feels. Each death in this film kind of feels like that. It feels like oh shit, didn't expect that at
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
stage, but there we go.
Yeah, there's no one that has like a lingering death where it's like, so I am to die. Please remember me for all that. They're just everyone who gets got is gone at a moment they weren't expecting to be.
it's
Yeah,
Game of Thrones like. I think
Yeah.
you just
yeah,
not expected it all. Yeah,
Lucy gets absolutely the red wedding.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, Lucy runs back to the pool, and oh yeah, I think she managed to send. Did she manage to send a text? Oh no, no, sorry, I've got that wrong. Adam receives a text. So Adam, the author, he's on his doing his book signing, um, in the daytime. Like I don't know how far has he gone. Adam receives a
Hawaii's on a
text.
different time zone to the rest of the US,
Oh,
so
okay,
they are 10 hours separate from us, whereas
okay, I've got
West
you.
Coast is 7, so there's another 3 hours time difference.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I got confused. Maybe I didn't really. For some reason, I was thinking, is he as far away as I thought? But yeah, you've gone back to the mainland, right? Um, Adam receives a text message from the lad saying the mongoose is tested positive for rabies, and he goes, "There ain't no rabies. You've obviously got it wrong, science people."
I thought at this moment, like a lesser film would have gone on. The dad ignored them, but actually he does go.
You know what I kind of hate about this is when they put stuff like this in films where it's like he decides to walk out on a potential film deal. It's like, well, if you just communicated to these people that something terrible was happening at home, I'm sure they'd be understanding, and that film deal wouldn't be completely dead in the water.
Yeah, you'd say, I'm so sorry. I think there's a serious problem with the exotic animal that lives in my house, and I think my daughters might be in danger. You'll respect me if I leave this meeting, right?
Nah,
Sorry.
film deal's out.
Yeah.
And it's his kind of agent who seems to be like, don't bloody blow this. And I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm
oh,
sorry, you're 10% at risk, is it? Fuck off.
because
Oh
obviously,
no, will you get rid of me and sign the other famous authors who live with chimps that you know? They're all clamoring, beating your doors down, are they? Bloody 100 of you. Leave me alone.
he oh yeah, because obviously the texts to Lucy have been unresponsive. But this is annoying, because whenever you do text your kids, you're a bit worried about something, a bit worried about a situation. Usually their phone's always in their hand, so they'll always respond. But the second you go, can you just give me a proof of life text to make sure you're home safe? Something, nothing for hours, nothing. Why didn't you text me
That's
back?
exactly right, isn't it? Exactly right.
Yeah, why didn't you text me back? You were obviously on your phone. Oh yeah, I saw your message come up, but I was too busy doing this. Oh great, that's fine. I've just
Thanks,
rushed all the way home, terrified.
I've just been worried this whole time. I don't have kids to text, obviously, but sometimes I feel like I'll be working with your parents or other family members. They will text them. They will text me asking a question. I will reply a follow-up question. But what evidently has happened is, having sent that first message, they've torn their phone into 16 pieces, thrown them to the corners of the earth, and are now not going to see that phone again for ages. So
That's when you
yeah,
miss a call by a second and immediately ring them back, and they've gone. Oh, I suppose he's not answering then. Breaks it in half like a
yeah.
digestive biscuit.
I better
Text me,
send this phone to the shadow realm where I'll never see it again. All right.
text me when you're home safe, please, after that late night dog walk, because you know how I get. I just want to make sure you're home safe, and more won't hear from her until next morning. You've been up all night. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's pretty
Madness.
much what they've done to him.
So
Poor old Adam.
Adam's heading home.
Mm. And
But you
this
know
is
who gets to
when,
his house first?
yeah, it is the lads from the plane, Drew and Brad. They arrive at the house. I'm assuming doing a bit of drunk driving right now, right?
Yeah.
Bit of drink driving.
Or maybe do they get an Uber because they do text them the address? No, because their car's there. So no.
No, yeah. These lads are really, they're really on it. Um,
DTF is what
so
they are,
they're
Ben.
DTF, and they arrive at the house, search for the girls. Um, and this is what is they're oblivious to the danger, but they're also oblivious to the fact there's a bloody chimp in the house. Like, what possibly could you expect? You know, what I mean, it is horrific.
But these guys, they don't. You know what? I can't understand how they just go into some stranger's house and not be bothered about the owner
I
shooting them
think,
or
I
anything like that.
genuinely think, like they've had a few drinks, and that kind of message only comes around once in a blue moon for for a couple of douchebags like that. Um, so all bets are off. You know what I mean? Like if you sometimes if you've been invited to a house party, like I've ended up in some dodgy
But,
situations. Just like I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna die. I feel like I might die.
but if you were invited to a house party and got to said house and there was no party, you'd
Yeah,
be like, hang on a minute, is this even the right? Does anybody even live here?
This place has
What's
been
going on?
this
yeah. I
place
know
has
what you
been
mean.
ransacked. I do
Paranoia.
think that you might, to a degree, expect some kind of trap. Like, oh no,
Yeah.
their boyfriends are going to murder us.
I think if you had a few
But,
drinks, you might get a little bit paranoid as well at this stage. You'd sober up ever so quickly.
but not these guys.
Not
But they
these
don't.
guys.
This guy's like,
Split up
I'm
as
gonna go
well.
and get in this bed.
Yeah, so Drew ends up in Lucy's bedroom, and he sees a oh yeah, so he does know a chimp's there because he sees a picture. We doesn't know a chimp's there, but he knows a chimp is maybe in the vicinity because he sees a
He
picture.
understands the concept of chimps.
That's a chimp, nice. I've seen that before. Um, and that is when Ben, and a lot of this stuff's been in the promo. Him in the red room lit up in red. Ben kind of like in the curtain, like pushing his face through in a not sexy way. I don't know what would be sexy. Um, and then But I like this kind of resembles. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but it does kind of resemble like a little bit of a potentially like a sexual assault in a way, like the way he like forces himself upon Drew, and Drew's kind of like, oh yeah, no, no," and then suddenly he's worried. He's like, oh, hang on a minute, I realize
As the chimp like pins him
this
down. Yeah, I think
chimp
it
pins
has
me down. There was
elements
definitely
of
those
that.
kind of vibes, and it kind of made me think, like, what are they trying to say here in terms of like I don't know the way that these guys have turned up, ready to meet up with these girls who are potentially drunk as well. There's loads of interesting stuff going on, but it does
And all of a
essentially just
sudden
end
you are
with
like at an immense physical disadvantage, right?
yeah. And I mean, that would be terrifying, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, it's funny. Do you want my keys? Jangly keys. You love keys, don't you? You love keys. Not
Not
interested.
baby Drew.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've
See,
you'd
if
be
he's laid on his front and he'd just had his testicles ripped off,
Yeah.
that would have been
He might
fine.
have lived to see another day.
Exactly.
Oh, but no. I mean, it is a brutal, brutal death. Like the ripping off of the jaw, that realization in those eyes of Drew, what is happening.
Like,
Ben putting
you're
his
going to
finger.
snap this off.
Oh, it is. It's brutal because you do just kind of think like, what on? How would you feel in that instance? It's horrible, and the red light just adds to it. I think because it allows us to see more of it in a way. Like I don't know. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Like almost,
Yeah.
if it was in the cold
Yeah.
light of day, like it would be an effect, and you'd be like, oh, okay. With this, you kind of see it slowly getting ripped off, and
Yeah. It's bad business.
it's bad business. Brad
And
finds
then
the girls outside. Oh, you're just chilling in the pool, are you? You're having a good time down there. But Ben ambushes him, beats him to death with a shovel.
he distracts him first, right? He was like, what are you throwing on the floor here?
Oh yeah, he uses the shovel to like
If
distract him,
I
and then he
didn't know
sees it.
better, I'd say this was Drew's jawbone, but it can't be because
Oh
that's
my god,
attached to his
yeah.
face in the other room.
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think you'd have any concept of what that is at any point. You'd never think that had happened, would you? Just be like, "What's this then? Little chew toy?"
Yeah, you would, especially a place that's got a chimp there as well. You think it was like, oh, part of like the surroundings or something, or they've got like models or something like that. You think
Yeah. Well, I
you
suppose
would think it was my mate's
my
chimp.
mate's jawbone. Oh yeah, it's horrific in it. But I guess Drew, not Drew, sorry, Brad. I guess for him, he literally has no idea that a chimp's going to be there, and then suddenly a chimp's there. So that is the ultimate. What are you doing here?
only you'd listened to the Horror Hangout podcast from the future, you would have
Yeah.
known.
So Ben beats him to death with a shovel, and this is when they go, "Oh, he's distracted. He's doing a murder." So Hannah sneaks into the house, grabs a smartphone and car keys, runs outside, but she gets in the wrong bloody car, doesn't she?
Phone's the police.
Was that when
Um,
she almost John McClane's herself as well on the glass?
oh
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
like, you see a bit of that, don't you? But nothing happens.
nothing happens at this
We're going to
stage.
save that for later. That is Chekhov's glass
Check
for a
out
little
the
bit
glass,
later
yeah.
on.
She frantically begs a 911 operator to send police to the house. Which she's just doing her job. She's saying, "Right, stay on the line, whatever." But Ben manages to find
She
the
is a little
correct
bit
key
careless
fob.
with pronouns. He's going to get me say, horrible mad chimp is trying to
Yeah,
get me.
yeah. Who's gonna get you? Who is it? It's
Give me the
Ben.
address. I don't know the address. Look up the address. Probably one of very few in this area where a chimp is known to live.
Yeah, because she must kind of know. I'm on cliff house on the edge of the cliff. It's got
I'm
infinity
on
pool.
number one big cliff house because there are no neighbours.
Where the deaf
Where
wolfer lives.
the deaf writer lives. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Number one cliff edge house. I got you. All right. That's
Infinity
fine.
Pool Lane. Yeah, that's the one.
And again, this is pretty brutal, but it's also very reminiscent of, we've already mentioned him, Dennis Nedry's death in Jurassic Park, where we sort of like see from the outside of the car as well, kind of like rocking back and forth. If the car is a rocking, don't come a knocking, because Ben is killing Hannah to death. And this is brutal as well.
It's turning Hannah into a milkshake inside this car.
This is brutal. He's like, we see, do we see intestine? We see a lot of shit happening. And again, like that low light, it's kind of just like a lot of guts and gore and blood.
This is why you stand on your front if there's a chimp after you. He might tear off your knackers like wet toilet paper, Ben, but he's not going to get at your guts.
Oh.
Can you imagine if you got his little finger poked in your belly button?
No, I don't like it.
Poking around in there, trying to get a
No,
purchase.
not me belly button. He'll push his finger right into your belly button. And poor Hannah is dead. But I guess she, in a way, she's kind of like that. It's quite brave what she did, and it's almost like sacrificing herself. I know she didn't want to sacrifice herself, but she was the only one who made the run for it, I guess.
Yeah, but did you not think that that was just for herself? Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
for me, it came across like she was leaving everyone behind. She was like, "You on your own, guys. I'm out of
Yeah,
here."
I
possibly.
will
Yeah.
mention it to the authorities when I see them.
Yeah, well. Oh, and
If I
there's
get
a
a chance.
yeah.
After I've had my hair stitched back on.
Oh God, yeah. She barely reacts to that. Though. You think you'd be always going, "Oh bloody hell!"
I guess she's
Okay,
got the
sure.
least to complain about. Like one person's had their head caved in, one
Yeah, that's
person
true.
has been gored and bitten and is now on like a death countdown for rabies.
I did quite like the bit because she obviously gets in the wrong car, doesn't she? And then she locks it, and then Ben comes out with the car keys and starts unlocking it. I quite
Yeah,
like the idea of that.
that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it manages to unload the unlock the boot as well.
Another problem that you wouldn't have with a shark, right? They famously can't use
No,
sort of
Velociraptor.
remote
Car
unlocking
keys.
devices. Yeah. No concept of them.
No.
Was that with
Ad.
any other thing? Like a horse could be after you, wouldn't be able to do that. Giraffe, any sort of hooved
Stick your head
animal,
in there.
quite safe. But a chimp,
Yeah.
keys for days.
Adam arrives at the house, and then obviously we get this tense moment where he obviously arrives, doesn't know what's going on, has a bit of pizza.
Has a bit of pizza, thinks,
Oh, let's have a little.
bloody hell,
I
the
need a
arse.
bit of sustenance.
Someone stumped the telly.
Oh, come on, girls. I know you're having a party, but someone's thumped the telly with chimp-sized hands.
I haven't got this movie deal yet. Come on.
Yeah, and then obviously we get that moment we mentioned where we hear the audio is from Adam's point of view, and we see like Ben, um, milling about in the background, and we think, well, oh no, he's gonna get him, and he's not got
Isn't
no
he
idea.
beating up Lucy? Because Lucy has tried to.
Yeah,
Lucy is trying to escape, and this is when she steps on glass and ends up like fighting in the house with Ben, and he is having a lovely slice, a pepperoni,
yeah,
and Lucy is like fighting for her life behind
yeah.
him.
I'm not sure if he's mute either, but he doesn't speak at all, does he? Which I
No.
think adds to it because
Yeah,
often when people are deaf, that they speak as well, don't they? But he doesn't, and that just adds to. There's no hello, I'm home or anything like that. He's
no.
just
Yeah.
utter silence.
Mm. And he doesn't like shout or anything like that, like to try and scare the chimp off or anything. So
He doesn't even know the chimp's up to anything as far as he knows.
no,
He's,
and I do like that the realization that he has that what's happening isn't until right at the last minute when we think Lucy's about to get pummeled. He
Hmm.
arrives and blows his little whistle.
yeah, that is enough to distract him for just a second, right?
I tell you what, though, we've spoken recently about some pretty good matchups. Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Miriam Margolyes. That was like a real good toe to toe, a
Yeah.
fight that kept me guessing. Adam versus Ben is it goes back and forth. It swings. You think Adam's got the best of him here. He's
Adam's
fucked
got
him
some
up.
strength, hasn't he? And I think
Adam's got
he
some serious strength. But then Ben, he gets on top of him, starts bashing him around. I didn't know what was happening.
is he Adam, I think, has that killer instinct. Obviously, any parent gets a 2.5 modifier to strength when their children are in danger. You guys can you guys can call on that. So you get a buff once per act of peril between long rests. You can get that strength buff. He plays that to full advantage, and
Yeah.
he takes on some different attacks with Ben. He's using his human advantages. He's using his tools. He's trying to like hit him with stuff. He's like fighting dirty.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do against the chimp. You got to beat them on the strength game. You got to use tactics.
Yeah. And it
I
is.
thought he was going in the pool. I thought that's what was going to happen.
I thought that too. I thought that too. I thought that was what was going to happen, especially
Thought
when
it was going to be like the T1000. He'd get like knocked to the edge, and then they'd knock
yeah.
him over, and he'd be splashing
That
around.
would have
And
made a
that
lot of sense, you know. I feel like it would have made a lot of sense, like because the sort of shattered table or broken chair leg, sorry, we saw it like go over the edge, but at the same time, I feel like having him end up in the pool, you know, where the attack began, essentially, would have made a lot more sense.
It would have left it open for a last minute jump scare as well. Like,
Yeah,
oh, he's drowned in the pool. That's it. Everybody hold hands. Let's be friends.
yeah,
and then you could have impaled him with a spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it Erin that finishes him off? Because this is a family affair, right? It takes all three of them because they all come out. They go, oh, we've
He's
got him,
so
but he
initially
comes
he
back.
stabs him with like a broken bottle, doesn't he? Like a
Yeah,
bottle of Pinot Grigio or something. Just like, oh bloody have
Mhm.
it.
the old Pinot Gris.
The old
It's like
Pinot
coming out of
Grigio.
the spout of the bottle. I
Yeah.
thought that was a white. It's a Pinot Noir.
And they think they got him because they have that embrace, yeah, well, like you mentioned, until Ben leaps back up, sends them both over the balcony, but Adam manages to grab Lucy at the last moment, and that's when Ben falls and is fatally impaled by the broken chair leg. No sequel for Ben.
Dunstan checks out.
Yeah. Well, that's what. If can you imagine if Adam
Were you
hadn't have spoken and that was the one line he said?
were you waiting for that,
I
Ben? Yeah.
was waiting for that. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
way.
Good work.
Dunstan
See,
checks out.
it's the
Later.
only reason I agreed to do this.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just
yeah.
say,
You've done
We
it. Check.
You've done it. You got us. We didn't see it coming.
Um,
Police and doctors turn up. They've traced the call. Um, everyone's all right. Erin's taken to hospital.
I imagine them all three of them go for lots of unpleasant injections because rabies.
Yeah,
Their
had
promise
rabies for
earlier in the
ages.
film to do something fun after their dad came back probably took a down note.
And then there is a slight sort of like not a slight moment at the end where we're like, oh, 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 is when the police are collecting Ben's signboard for evidence, and they accidentally play the phrase "Lucy bad." Oh, cheers, guys.
And
Yeah,
you turn
yeah, I
around,
needed
excuse
that.
me, lads, do you mind not pissing the fuck about? Some people have died here.
Yeah, Lucy bad, is it? I nearly fucking lost my life. There we go then. That's Primate. What?
Brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant. We all loved it. We will rate it in a moment. Did you say you had some monkey trivia for us, Andy?
Yeah, do you want to play a little monkey trivia game?
The
Like
answer
I'm
is
gonna
hell yeah.
play, I'm gonna describe to you some apes in popular culture.
Oh,
Yeah, and we're gonna go through, and I would like you to describe for me the piece of media, maybe not horror, that you might find them in.
okay. Is
So
it fastest finger first, or are we getting a
yeah,
question?
we'll do shouting out. We'll
Okay.
do shouting
oh
out. So
dear.
this fictional ape is a chimpanzee that likes to learn and is a friend of a man in a yellow hat.
It's Curious George.
Is Curious George from the books and TV
He's
shows
ever
of
so
some name.
curious, isn't he? What kind of ape is he?
I think he looks chimp coded. Does he have a tail? Because that's how you tell.
Well, yeah, I think he does have a tail in my head. I'm not
We'd have
sure.
to we'd have to look that up. I'd say he looks chimpy. Um, how about in this one? In a star of a number of films, this gorilla-like ape gets the shit kicked out of him on multiple occasions by a large reptile.
Oh, King Kong.
King Kong. Back in cinemas again this year for versus Space Godzilla.
He's back. I love
Yes.
my
He's
favorite thing
never
is
out the cinema.
he's
No,
never out
he's
in a bloody
always been.
cinema. He's always got one foot in the cinema. He's so massive.
Yeah.
My favorite one is when he leaps off of the boat in, I guess it's Godzilla versus Kong. There's a big leap like
Yeah. He's like, get in the water. That's where Godzilla lives,
that.
Kong.
That's where Godzilla lives, mate. And he can touch the floor apparently.
Big platform shoes that he wears.
Big long legs.
Big long thin legs.
Right down to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Just his long, a pinky in the brain, thin legs.
Horrible when he gets out of the ocean. He's just head in the clouds. Fucking hell.
Can't see for anything. Um, this this ape, is is a chimpanzee, but is cast as an orangutan in a film where he's a domestic helper that thumps the shit out of some dogs.
Go on, Ben.
Dunstan.
It's not Dunstan.
It's
What?
not that. It's Link.
Link.
Oh, God.
Ben's face. Everything Ben has
That's
thought
it.
about chimps and apes and everything, it all just fell out of his head for a second.
Just
then.
like
What?
yeah,
I did. I've got Dunstan on the brain.
yeah. Who knows if Dunstan will appear in this one? This next animal, I believe, is a macaque who exists in the Marvel Comics universe where he is an assassin for hire. I've not made this up. This is a real thing. There is a cartoon series.
Oh, a macaque. Oh, in my head, I felt like
trained in the arts of combat, and kills baddies for money.
for some reason I can't think, but I feel like when you say it, I'm
No
gonna
idea.
go. I've heard of that.
That is Hit Monkey.
Oh,
Hit
oh, maybe not then.
Heard of
Hit
it.
Monkey is
Yeah,
an animated series.
animated series, Disney Plus, I
Comics
believe.
as well. Oh, nice.
This is another
Oh,
fictional ape from one of the greater apes from comics. He is a psychically powered ape who lives in Gorilla City and is an enemy of the Flash.
Oh, it's Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grodd is
Yeah,
his name.
I like being Gorilla Grodd in Injustice. That was
Yeah, I
always
like
fun.
being Gorilla Grodd. Yeah, he's a good old lad.
He's a good old lad. He's smart. This guy.
Um, this next ape only appears in a cameo. It's not the star of the film that it's in, but has great, very great affection on set apparently for the film's star, Jeff Goldblum.
And it makes a cameo. Oh,
Like
the baboon from The Fly.
the baboon from The Fly, and apparently they liked Jeff Goldblum.
They liked him. Oh, I hate when that get an inside out baboon. It's not very nice, is it?
Don't get inside out in
Don't
the
get inside
baboon.
out baboon. God.
Um, this is another. I'm not actually sure if it is a baboon or a mandrill, but features in the Die Hard of ape horrors, running amok in a college.
Shakma.
Shakma.
oh
I,
my life. I
the,
forgot about that.
the, the reason I've got that one, Ben, is just because I think we mentioned Shakma once every 3 episodes,
Once every
maybe.
3 episodes, Shakma comes up a bit.
Yeah.
But
Another
all I've
one.
got stuck in my head is ever since you've said Link, all I can think of is that horrendous cup of tea that he makes in the microwave. It's just stuck in my head, and it's Zod, isn't it? That's
Yeah. Shakma's bloody terrifying though. I remember, like,
We have to do a Shakma episode one of
yeah,
these
we
days.
definitely do.
I might add that to my list. Actually,
Baboons are some of the worst ones. IR baboon's a bit of a knobhead as well, right?
Oh, he is. Thankfully, he's always soundly defeated by the more intelligent Weasel character
Yeah,
in that
exactly.
in
I
that
think they ended up
program.
friends in the end of that series. I think.
I feel like they might be like a friendly antagonism between
Yeah.
them. More of a rivalry than true enmity there.
Yeah, that's true.
Couple left for you. Obviously, we could go on for this is a capuchin monkey, as I believe, skilled in helping someone with a disability until they become a little bit too possessive and start a fire.
oh, is that monkey?
Is
Monkey
it?
shins.
It is Monkey Shines.
It's the monkey
Very
shins.
good.
Monkey shins. Yeah, that's what I used to
Or
call
J.
it. growing up.
Romero's Monkey Shins.
When a monkey
shins.
gets into a new career as a footballer, forgets his shin pads, monkey shins is
Comes in
available.
monkey
handy.
shins.
His poor little
Um,
shins get splintered.
Here's another one. This is a family of fighting apes. Now, as these creatures go to maturity, they increase the anger and rage that they feel until eventually they can be known to die of their intense anger, but still fight on as a ghost.
Bloody ghost apes.
Yeah, fighting apes that become ghost apes.
Is this from a film?
It's from a piece of media, Ben. That's all I'm going to give you.
Because it sounds great.
From a media, it's one of my favorite apes, Ben. I
Oh.
was hanging out with this ape just yesterday.
Oh. Is it an ape you know on your first name term? Just one ape, is it?
Well, it's a species of ape. It's very difficult for me to say exactly what it's a species of without giving it away.
I'm not sure. Anything, Ben?
The Great Escape. That's all I can
These
think of.
are these are Pokemon apes. So a Mankey evolves into a Primate, ever so cross, and then
Oh.
for OGs, like you might have been, Mankey and Primate, but that's where it stops. It's evolved since then, Ben. Now a Primate, should it become angry enough,
It
can
dies.
die and become an Annihilate, which is a ghost.
An Annihilate is a great name for a
An
Pokemon.
Annihilate, if you look at the artwork, it looks like a Super Saiyan. It's like got a really angry face and it's got like
Oh
super
my
like
god.
powerful hair.
So angry you've died. Cardiac arrest.
Oh wow.
And one final one, a family of primates that go by the name of Jeff, Shirley, Kevin, and Samantha, who just like a little bit of a relax between having their adventures, like going to the shops and doing driving lessons.
PG Tips Apes.
They're the PG Tips Apes, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I've got an advantage mainly because monkey horror is something. There's a DNA that runs through this show, Ben.
You cut the horror hangout in half where it's like, tangible. You'd see it written on as like a stick of rock.
Oh my God.
I didn't even realize the PG Tips guys had names like that. They're so well known.
I think it came up in an episode a few months ago, and we were all shamed by only remembering the male chimp's name. So I've committed them to memory. And now I needed an organic situation to bring it up and prove that I have grown as a person.
And that you have. Is that it?
That's it. We could go on, but we should rate the film and go to bed.
Go on forever, yeah. Okay, so let's rate the film. Rate good or rate bad, A to F. Pluses and minuses are allowed. Start with you, Ben. How would you like to rate Primate? Primate. I've said that word.
I would give this one of the best films that I've seen this year, but horror-wise, certainly. And I've seen a lot of trope. I'd have to say B plus or A minus. I think I'd have to say B plus. I think because there are a couple of things that I mentioned earlier that I think they could have done a little bit better, but the whole film, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it all made sense. There's no bits that I predicted, and the sound in it, I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. I was going to go for a B plus. I think B plus for a film in general, but I think for like a horror film, like the 90 minutes of very intense animal attack, it's up there with some of the best. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go for a B plus as well. Andy,
I'm gonna join you both on a B plus. I think
Look at that.
A fun animal attack film, doesn't take itself too seriously. We don't really get that many lulls in the action. It's perfect. Watch with a group of friends. It's a horror hangout movie is what it is. You watch this with your friends, you're shouting at the screen, you're thinking about what sensible or stupid choices they'd make. This is a film that you want to sit down and you want to talk about what you would do in that situation. And I really enjoyed it. Like you say, Ben's one of my high bars of the year so far. From everything you've learned, as we talked about it being an option, what would you each do if you were faced with an ape?
I mean, I haven't got a pool. Do you mean if I was in this situation and an ape attacked,
you were walking down Clifton High Street, Ben. You see an ape and it points at you. It's coming at you. What are you going to do?
I mean, can I get in my car? Is that all right? Oh no, he knows how to get in the car. Honestly, I feel like your options for survival are pretty limited. But what I would do is go. I remember when Andy Conduit Turner told me to lie down. What was it? Lie on your back with your legs in the air. No,
it's the opposite, Ben.
Lie on your back with your legs in the air. Go on in, big boy.
Expose your belly button to him. Why don't you?
Yeah, I think I'd maybe commit if it's rabid. I'm probably done for. But otherwise, maybe just act mental.
If only I hadn't said Clifton High Street. If you'd been anywhere near the docks, you could have just jumped in that water.
Yeah,
safe.
I'll probably just take my chances with the ape, I think.
Yeah. Run into traffic, maybe. That might be.
Oh, God. Yeah, exactly. There we go.
How about you, Ben? What are you doing if you're down your local high street?
I'm pretty sure I'm dying, but
yeah.
I'd parkour out of there. I've never done parkour in my life, but I've seen
to learn.
TV. So yeah, it'd be fine.
In a life or death situation, I reckon you'd be able to parkour out of there. Backflip.
I've seen The American Office. I know how to do a bit of parkour.
Parkour. There we go.
Well, that was it, everyone. We all survived.
We all survived. That was Primate. Ben, where can our listeners keep up to speed with you? Obviously, keep up to speed with you watching a horror movie every single day of 2026.
Yeah, so most of your socials, so TikTok, Twitter, no, not even on that. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. popping videos up on there. So if anyone's got any recommendations, just pop a little comment on something and help me get through the slog, which is 2026.
Yeah.
We
Looking
have to
forward
get
to
you
keeping
on,
up to speed.
Ben, for end of the year. We'll have to get your top picks.
If I make it, I'll be
Yeah,
wishing
you're gonna
I'd
be
been
absolutely
attacked by an
hanging.
ape.
You miss one day.
I'd rather never talk horror again. Thank you. I've got no interest. Okay, so thanks everybody for listening. If you enjoyed the show, become a patron over at patreon.com/horror hangout. Thanks to our patrons. Thanks to Taj Easton for our theme music. Thanks to Acast for hosting the show. Please consider giving us a rating or review. Head over to Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, or go on horrorhangout.co.uk for everything in one place. Next week, we're discussing the Irish movie Friwaka with special guest Igraine Hackett Cantabrana. Looking forward to that. Yeah. So thanks everybody for listening, and thanks again,
Brilliant.
Ben.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Thanks, everybody.
you.
And in the meantime, if you find yourself in your exotic pet might have rabies, but you realise it doesn't really exist in your country, say take precautions anyway. Why risk it?
Don't walk out of that film pitch, for the love of God.
Yeah, meetings are actually important, so maybe you made a commitment, so maybe
Yeah.
think about that.
See you later, everyone.
Everyone, bye.
Bye.
Cheers.